Good evening. How we doing? How we doing? Hello, Telcontar. Hello, Toast. Telcontar sent me a new paint scheme to show you guys tonight. What's up, NASCAR Byron fan? Benjamin, Matthew. Blue Cheese is here. Sean's here. Sean, that's coming up on that Bowman thing I didn't announce on purpose yet. That one's coming. Neptune's here as well. Hello, Neptune Cayenne as well. NASCAR lover. We've got 300 laps of Nashville on the way here this evening. Hope you guys are ready for that. Okay, hold on. Why is the so we have completely, shout out to Clable, with his help, we have completely overhauled our Discord. However, for some reason, it doesn't appear that the Discord command wants to work. Let me try that again. Anytime I type it, it just gives me an error. Does this work? Someone do exclamation point Discord for me and see if it works. Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay, it's working now. So you guys want to join? We've completely overhauled the Discord server, and it's in because of Clable, it's in a way better place than it was just even a week ago. So yeah, very, very appreciative of his help. Just finished watching the latest career mode video. W, how did you enjoy it? My favorite supper? Wait, what are you having? What are you having? I got a lot of favorite suppers, to be honest with you. It's a tie-up, you know, between burgers or spaghetti, panzerotti, hot dog. Man, I love all those stuff. It was Neptune back then 3 weeks ago, I agree. Spaghetti. That translated, Matthew, by the way, to string. That's hilarious. Burgers are the go. You having McDonald's? Or I'm kind of jealous. Hawaiian pork chops. I didn't even know that was a thing. I have not ate today, chat. So you guys got to stop talking about food, because now I kind of want some food. Hold on, I gotta make one change to that thing over there. Make it a lowercase d. There we go. All right, let me hop on camera. Hello, hello. How we doing? Let me turn all this stuff off here. Oh, I updated the points. Oh, I was going to show that. Hold on. I got to show you guys the points here momentarily. You only got to see the start of the Creator Series race. How did it go? It was pretty chill, actually, throughout the rest of the race. I did wreck myself at one point, but we finished fourth at the end of it all. So it turned out pretty good. I've been recording F125 a lot today, trying to finish that up in time for the weekend. That series should be wrapped up on Sunday. Then hopefully I can put out the F126 prologue on Monday or Tuesday, and then we kick off the career mode on Wednesday. So I'm excited for that next week. You have a procedure tomorrow to refire your bladder's nerves after a surgery compilation that happened 5 years ago. What is that supposed to do? What will that do? Hello, don't say I exist. How are you? All right, hold on. I'm going to show you guys the points here. Hold on. I can barely see this monitor because of the sunlight. Window capture. There you go. There you go. We are at the top of the board by nearly 100 points. We won the Coke 600. That's win number 5. We are nearly 100 points in front of Kyle Larson in second, and then Bubba Wallace in third. As you see the rest of the standings, and then you come down to the cutoff right here. SVG, Buescher, the last two drivers in. Buescher's only in by 5 over Keselowski, 14 over Priest, 40 over Michael McDowell. So very tight right down there. And of course, we still got another 13 races, I think, till the end of the regular season. So still time for things to play out there. But just wanted to make sure you guys could see that. At the end of this race, we're going to show a new scheme Tel Contar sent me. He made another new paint scheme for you guys to see for the NASCAR My Career mode for Season 2. Looks pretty slick. Any stream alongs this weekend? No, yeah, there won't be any. I got a lot of NASCAR, or not NASCAR, F1 crap that I gotta record. So it's just, yeah, it won't happen. There's zero chance it's gonna happen, unfortunately. Hello, Kaz. Botox for your bladder, I see. Any hints for next F1 team? What do you mean? I did add Suarez. Yes, Suarez is at the very bottom of the points. Like he got like 27 points. Do you mean like the team I'm going to be starting with for F126, Sean? Because I can tell you in the F1 My Career mode, I'm working on a cool storyline right now. Okay, hear me out. You guys ever heard of the NASCAR team Hendrick Motorsports? You might have heard that name. They've got a somewhat amount of success in NASCAR. They got the 48 of Alex Bowman. They got the 24 of William Byron. They got the 5 of Kyle Larson. And then they got the other guy. And so here's the plot, okay? Red Bull is going to be forced to sell AlphaTauri. And because of like this anti-performance like type of thing. I'm working on this whole plot line, but that's what's going to happen. And Hendrick Motorsports is going to be the team that buys that spot. So stay tuned. And then that could end up being where I land as well after McLaren. They're going to come in for 2026. So, you know how like in real life, you kind of had like Cadillac come in 2026. Obviously, we already have Cadillac, so it's going to be like Hendrick comes in 2026 because Red Bull is going to be told they have to sell AlphaTauri by the end of 2025. They're going to give them 2 seasons to find a buyer because you know what it does take time to sell a multi-million-dollar team. So they're going to give them 2 seasons. You got to sell AlphaTauri by the end of 25, which will allow us to do the Connor Zilisch plot line to come in and eventually promote him to Red Bull. Connor Zilisch will probably end up at Red Bull in that career mode by, we're going into 24. So he might end up at Red Bull in 26 if he has a really good first season with AlphaTauri in 25. But I can guarantee you right now in that career mode, Zilisch will be at AlphaTauri in 25. He'll be in F2 in 24, so on and so forth. Antonelli will come up in 25 as well. So you'll have Zilisch, you'll have Antonelli as rookies. You'll have Behrman. Like, that's going to be a crazy rookie class. It's going to be wild. And Bortoletto as well. I'm going to make sure they're all there for the 2025 season. So I'm already trying to figure out, because we're like almost towards the end of 23. So I'm already trying to figure out how to work that out on who's going to be losing rides, who's going to be going around, and, you know, how we're going to make that happen. Because there's definitely going to be some big shuffling. But yeah, I will definitely be leaving spoilers now if you watch that career mode. 99% chance I'll leave McLaren at the end of the 2025 season and then go to Hendrick for the 26 DLC. Hello, Andre. We're just talking about some F1 My Career plot lines and stuff. Kimi is, Kimi very well could likely end up with Audi for his first season, and then the plan is he could end up at Mercedes beyond that. He's definitely not going to be like real life where he starts at Mercedes, because I'm going to be keeping Lewis at Mercedes for way longer than of course, what happened IRL. So, by the way, starting last week, we, of course, are racing the rest of the season as this guy right here, Kyle Busch, in his honor, trying to win a championship for KB. We kicked it off with a win in the Coke 600 last week. And now we're going to continue on racing as Kyle Busch, meaning Daniel Suarez is now going to be on the racetrack. He scored, I think, 27 points last race in Charlotte. So not a bad start actually to him. Is it BetMGM? Is there a BetMGM car in here? No, of course not. Well, okay, let's just use, I don't know. Let's use this car right here. Yeah. I'm going to use that car. I don't even know what that is. Senix Tools, never heard of it. That's the one we're going to run tonight. We'll run that. You bought a KB diecast? W, which one did you buy? Chicago Street Course coming back next year. Odds are definitely in favor of it. That's what we're hearing because NASCAR is going back to Chicago land this year, and they've invested a lot of money into bringing NASCAR back there. But you know what's the problem currently is tickets are not selling. People begged for Chicagoland to come back, but they're not going. No one's there's a big problem with selling tickets at that track right now. So, which makes sense. I'm like, you know, at the end of the day, if tickets ain't selling, why wouldn't you go back to the street course? You know, I think it makes complete sense. You know, bring the race to the people at that point. I think I think it, unfortunately, it makes sense. I don't see why you wouldn't do that if you were NASCAR. All right, let me just make sure this stuff's ready to go here. Looks like it. AI should be 105, right? Yep. Okay, we're good to go, boys. Let's jump in to Nashville. Race doesn't start till 7 p.m. this Sunday, which is crazy. Thank you so much, Chase. Is it Far? Chase Far, which also reminds me, Zenith. Zenith gifted a membership at the beginning of the stream. Want to shout out Zenith. Thank you, Zenith. And thank you, Chase. Welcome to the Going Club. Appreciate you very much. Thank you for your kindness. I saw San Diego's coming to iRacing next week. Does that mean San Diego will be in NASCAR 25? I don't think it will. At launch, I think it'll be an update like Portland was, but I guess we'll see, right? Martinsville needs to lose a spring date. Oh, that's an interesting one. Who owns Bristol? Who does the people that own Bristol own Dover? I don't know. But if it was me, because yeah, it has to be the same ownership. SMI Speedway. So that is the same one, right? Okay. If I'm SMI, then goodbye Bristol. Date, first day. Well, then again, though, Bristol early in the year, the weather probably would be quite bad. But that's easy. You just take away that first date and then move it to where Dover typically is, and then you just move up another track or something. No, they can make it work. I'd take the first Bristol date away and give it to Dover. That's what I do. Yeah, I think that's pretty clear cut. Bristol just hasn't been that great. You know, they've been trying to make Bristol great. And it's just, in my opinion, it hasn't really worked out. So you're going to San Diego on June 5th for your 16th birthday. That's a massive W. Massive W. Scrap Texas. I don't know. Texas has been kind of cooking, though, Matthew. You gotta give it a little bit of credit. They've been kind of having some decent racing. Not as good as it needs to be or should be compared to like a typical mile and a half, but
fire up. Okay, let's make some changes.
Like when we go to Texas now, I don't hate Texas anymore. You know, I don't enjoy it. Like I'm not like this is great, but I don't hate it because racing there is still quite mid.
Let's see if we can hit our goal out there.
Andre gifted a membership. Shout out to Andre. Thank you so much, Andre. My man. What a kind lad. You guys are showing your generosity right off the bat here today. I appreciate it. I just showed you my car setup. All my setups are pretty straightforward. Tire pressure's down, wedge down for the most part. Yeah, Kansas and Las Vegas weren't great either. I do agree. Charlotte was a great race. The Coke 600 was fantastic, but Vegas wasn't really that great. Kansas really wasn't that great either. But Charlotte kind of saved the mile and a half for this season because that was a good race. Fantastic race. Hot Rod Cooper Brown's here. How are you doing, Cooper? I'm gonna run like 2 or 3 laps of practice here, and then we'll jump into quali, run our laps, and get ready to roll here. I want to get a different camera position at some point here, chat, so that way my mic isn't like in my face on camera. I'm going to try and get like a different angle at some point here. I feel like it could be going quicker. No, Texas. Yeah, I haven't heard anything about changes to plan Texas or change. I haven't heard anything about plans to change Texas, not changes to plan. I heard there's changes to plan Texas. Any more tornadoes? No more tornadoes. We've been good. Hasn't even. I don't think there's been a drop of rain. No, that's not true. Saturday it was like pouring rain all day long. All right, that's good enough for practice. I need to move this rig. I had a one of the cats jumped from my desk here over to there through the rig and had literally screwed everything up. Moved the monitor, knocked the camera off the monitor, moved the rig, and now I'm like trying to get back into like my normal position. I gotta like get up and move this thing. All right. I think that's better.
Hey, quit daydreaming in there, okay? We need to get out there.
Where did we end up in practice? 36. Oh boy. It's been raining for a week straight. Jeez. I heard summer here is supposed to be wetter than it usually is and cooler than it usually is. I will welcome that. I will absolutely welcome that. All right, let's go qualify. I am going to crank these
Time to go. What do you need
tire pressures down for qualifying. But I might turn them back up in the race just so I'm not, you know. I don't want to dominate. I got Lee Pullman as my... Okay, we're going to run 25th then, huh? What's up, T-Man? How are you? You need eye surgery?
Now trust it and drive the wheels off this thing.
Hi, Cheese Man. Eye surgery for turn... What do you need eye surgery for? Is it like issue with your retina or something? Or oh my God, this got so loose. Eye surgery is something that terrifies me. Who will win Nashville? I'm gonna put money on a Toyota. Or, you know, Carson Hocevar actually runs really good at Nashville. Oh, I could have throttled up so much earlier. I didn't trust the car. I'm not a huge fan of this track. Nashville has never been a track that I've really enjoyed. But you know what? We put up a really solid qualifying lap, actually. That's about 7 or 8 spots better than I anticipated. Kyle Larson's on pole over Hamlin and Bell, Blaney Byron. Bowman's going to wrap up the top 10. Cletus McFarland, is he doing a race this weekend? Oh, he is? Is Arca at Nashville or something? Oh, wait, isn't he doing the truck race? Actually, I feel like I remember, yeah, he's doing the trucks, isn't he? Your grandpa had one of his eyes damaged beyond repair because of a surgery. Huh. Now, did they already say, like, hey, this is like a risky surgery? Like, was it how am I trying to put this? Like, if we don't do the surgery, it's going to get to a bad point anyways? Was it just like a screw it and see if it works? Or, like, what was the situation there? He's doing O'Reilly as well. I didn't know that. Interesting. I thought it was just trucks. Cool. Delo's here. Your connection is horrible. All good. And you're in the hospital. Okay, not all good. Oh, yeah, you completed your surgery successfully 10 hours ago. Well, that's good news. That's what we want to hear. So now it's all focusing on recovery, Dello. Oh, truck is Michigan next week. So he's not doing trucks this week. He's doing trucks at Michigan. O'Reilly this week. I see. Okay. I saw the post on Twitter and then I just like, you know, as good as he is for the sport, when I see anything about Cletus McFarland, I personally don't care. So I just take a glance at it and then move on. You know, I really could not care any less about him. But I absolutely still acknowledge that he's fantastic for NASCAR.
It's time to go night racing in Nashville. The calm is fading. The tension is
A stranded surgery that should have had very low risk. The VA just didn't want to pay for a competent eye doctor. What is the VA? I've heard this term so many times in like American
Crank
language.
it up now. Time to go.
VA. What is VA? Is that just, are we just talking the state? Like the state? Like Virginia? Or are we talking about something else? Veterans Affairs. What is Veterans Affairs? Hold on, I gotta look this up. Veterans Affairs. Veterans Affairs. It refers
I'm
to
about ready to kick you out
government
of there and drive
policies.
that thing myself.
This
Let's
is
go.
a term I was not even aware of. Wow, okay, look at that. I've always heard this term. I mean, I'm sure it's a term such as the U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs. Okay, that provides services and benefits to military. Okay, it makes sense now. It makes sense to me. Who you got winning this weekend? I'm just going to take Hocevar. I'm telling you, I'm going to go with him. Thomas, how are you, Thomas? I've been waiting for
Hotshot,
you
get rolling.
to get here, Thomas, because I wanted to ask you about the seafood on last Saturday. Was it last Saturday? I think it was Saturday. How was it? Hello, Travis, as well. They are well known for their malpractices. Oh, man. All right, should we get rolling here? Hold on, let me read Neptune's comment, and then we'll get rolling. Your first spine surgery, first 3 days, you had to lay flat on your back for 3 whole days. The
Quit
same
playing with your gloves.
surgery
Wake up and hit the
because
ignition.
the nerve damage in my huh? Hey, Hocevar ran good there last year. Hocevar finished P2 there last year, Andre. I'm telling you, watch out. Watch out. Are you live streaming the race on NR 2003? I'm not going to be doing NR 2003 for Nashville. I don't know when we'll be doing NR 2003 again. It will be coming. Oh, hold on. Did I change my tire pressures? Hold on. We got to back up. I want to make sure I didn't do...
Get her started. Let's change things up.
Yeah, let's put the tire pressures up. At least I want to start with them up just in case. I don't want to be too fast again, but we'll turn them down if we need to. The tire pressures are so finicky, like they have such a huge impact on performance. Put you in a food coma for almost 4 hours. So it was good then, that's what I'm hearing. All right, let's go, baby. Racing, I don't know why I'm shifting.
One low.
90 laps in stage 1 here from the Cracker Barrel 400. Never been to Cracker Barrel. They don't have it here. The only Cracker Barrel that we have in Canada is actually cheese. Cracker Barrel cheese. And then when I went to Florida last year, I'm like, oh, they got a restaurant called Cracker Barrel. But we didn't go there, so. What's up, October King? How are you? Nice to see you in here. Do you think McDowell wins the race this year? Maybe. He's just going to have to find a way to get the best of SVG. If he can do that on a road course, and he absolutely can win, but I don't think it's going to be easy for him. Because SVG, as we know, is so hard to beat. Maybe San Diego could be his shot. That would be my guess.
One on the bottom.
Why did you stop using the Cadillac? Because we are now on a
Clear low.
different game. Because that was only in
Inside
NASCAR
door.
Heat 5 where the Cadillac was a thing.
Clear.
We don't have it here in NASCAR 25. However, that would be really, really cool. You had Cracker Barrel one time and I threw up. I feel that. Hold on, I'll talk about that in a second. But Thomas, my man, just gifted 5 memberships. My man, what a lad. Who got one there? P4X, Football, Michael, Nightmare, AJ. Let's go, Thomas. Thank you so much, Thomas. What a kind lad you are. You just got less shrimp on the next seafood trip because of that, but I appreciate it. I had some shrimp the other night, and it was so good. But thank you so much, Thomas, my man. I appreciate you as always. Let me tell what I was about to say. You said you threw up at Cracker Barrel. Now, doesn't that leave such a, like, if you guys throw up from something, what kind of, like, impression does that leave on you? Like, if you eat somewhere and throw up, like, are you going to go back or not? Because, like,
Amazing lap, driver.
I've only had one bad experience from a restaurant where, like, I had Tim Hortons chocolate milk and then I threw up everywhere, all over a grocery store. That was pretty embarrassing, but
Clear low.
I never, for example, I never had chocolate milk again from Tim Hortons for over 10 years until, like, literally, like, a year ago. I finally said, okay, I got to get over this fear and I'm going to, like, man up. And I finally had chocolate milk from Tim Hortons again. And we were good. We were A-okay.
Outside now. Clear
What
high,
kind of
good
shrimp? I don't, oh, God. It was just normal shrimp that you can buy in a store, in like a grocery store, you know. Nothing special about it. What's the basic Betty shrimp? That's what it was. Wasn't anything special. It was still delicious. I don't care what kind of shrimp it is. I'll eat it. No, not popcorn. No, not popcorn shrimp. What if I heard the word, I'd probably know it, but just shrimp. If the first time you went to the place and won't be going back, you went to the place before, they'll chalk it up as a bad. That's fair. That's fair. Yeah, first impressions are so important with, like, food places, right? So. Benjamin, have a good one. Take care. You have not missed anything, Joshua. We are only 9 laps in. Cocktail shrimp. That's the shrimp. That's the shrimp. Thank you. Tyler got it. There we go. I couldn't remember. I could not remember the name of it. Are you doing the 6 hours of the Glen? Likely. Probably, when is the 6 hours of the Glen? I can't remember. But we'll probably, I'm going to try and see if Jay wants to do it, because I would like to do it with him. We won it, was it last year? I think we did it last year together and we won that race, so that was pretty cool. That was our first endurance win as well together, because we had done a few endurance races here and there. We finally got a win. I feel like I should start moving up the racetrack here, because, oh, well, hold that thought, because he's going to crash.
Yellow's out.
Yellow's out for the
Pit
77
road is open.
of Carson Hocevar. My dad's saying battered shrimp. He's getting in on the shrimp conversation. All right. No pit stops here. Kyle Larson's out in front. Caution number 1. Still a lot of racing to go here. Average Hocevar. Oh yeah, they do got the added horsepower this weekend, don't they? Because it's not a mile and a half. Why do we call it Super Speedway? That's something I've always wondered. Why is it called Nashville Super Speedway when it's not it ain't even it's shorter than a mile and a half. It should just be Nashville Speedway. What's up, Retro Gamer?
You ready, man?
How are you? Nice to see you. Anyone see Montreal Canadiens lost again last night? They gotta go 3 in a row if they're gonna stay alive.
Stay low.
I also heard the Claude Lemieux news,
One
unfortunately,
outside. Clear
today.
up top.
Rest in peace to him.
Car outside.
The fairgrounds, but
Clear.
what's that one called? Nashville Fairgrounds are also called Nashville Speedway. Oh, okay, I see. I guess it makes sense then. But it's still not a super speedway. You know? It's false advertising. It's false advertising.
Stay low. Clear outside. One up high.
Let's go Canes. Honestly, obviously my team's long gone out of the playoffs now, but if it's not Montreal, which it doesn't look like it will be, anybody but Vegas right now, so I'm going for the Canes as well. I'll take a Carolina Stanley Cup.
One high.
Nashville Motor Speedway into the outside wall as Denny Hamlin cautions out again. Yellow number 2, and they've only been a couple laps apart. YouTube has this thing now on live streams when ads pop up, it goes side by side. I've been getting that for months when I watch like certain streams, and I was always wondering if it did that on my streams or not. Which is preferred, like when I'm watching a stream, when I get an ad on a when I get an ad on a stream and it does side by side, it's like watching NASCAR where I don't mind it as much. I don't mind an ad as much when it's side by side because I'm like, oh, I can still see what's happening
Coming to
here.
the green. 10 away.
Kimi Antonelli is suddenly the best F1 driver. He is on it, isn't he? He has been absolutely on it as of late. Love what he's doing. I also love the fact that he's not backing down to George Russell, and you know George was upset. You know, he ran him off in turn 1 in the sprint. Said you can't pass around the outside. And Kimi came back and said, I can pass wherever I want if I'm wheel to wheel. And I was just like, that is a driver I want to support right there. As soon as I heard that, I was like, yep.
Carlo.
That's the type of drivers we need in Formula One right there. Great Canadian Grand Prix last weekend as well. The F1 races again. I know like it's popular right now to hate on the hello Denny. Okay. He's gonna get himself wrecked because of that.
3 wide.
And now I'm gonna get involved.
1 high. Caution.
I was outside and he's just gonna put me in the wall. My man. What is this? What are we doing here in Nashville? 3 cautions and Hamlin's gonna be the cause of 2 of them. My man. I'm going to stay out. I'm keeping my track position. I'm not coming in. It's 5% damage. I think we'll be fine. I'm going to keep my track position on this one. 600 was a great race. As a Daniel Suarez fan, I'm biased.
Cars off.
But the race was great. Every race that day was great. I just want to, before I talk about the 600, I'll finish my point on F1. It's very popular right now to make fun of F1 because of the regulations and the battery, and I'm all aboard making fun of it. But there's 2 great things that have happened here. The racing has been absolutely fantastic to watch, whether we want to admit it or not.
1 inside.
And they've already confirmed that they're going back to more combustion engine, V8s, you know, on the next regulation change. So, I mean, kind of 2 wins
Inside
there
door.
for Formula One.
Clear,
But
clear.
Yeah, that Coke 600, as a Daniel Suarez fan, we were talking about it yesterday, but you know, if Daniel had won with just that lightning delay, I would have been kind of disappointed, because you didn't win it. You know, it's just like it's a Mickey winner. It's a Mickey winner. But as far as I'm aware, Harvick fan, it's still up for a vote for next year. But you know, Daniel had 2 restarts. The field had 2 restarts on fresher tires to beat him. One of the restarts was only like a lap and a half or whatever, but the second restart, they had, how many laps did it go green on that second restart, that last restart? It was like 3-4 laps green, maybe even a 5th, I don't know.
Inside door.
But they had their opportunities. They had their opportunities to go and pass him, and they just simply didn't. It helped that Hamlin and Bell were fighting really hard, but still, they all had the opportunity to go get him, and none of them really got it. I think everyone probably knew, with the way the 11 and the 20 were racing each other, I think they were well aware that, you know, there was rain coming and the race was going to be over. You know, they were both trying really hard to be the guy that was in front of the other so they could go get Daniel, but yeah, Daniel just did everything he needed to do. Shout out Kyle Larson, because Larson gave him an absolutely just huge push on both restarts that really allowed Daniel to be in that clean air all on his own, and of course, you know, be able to hang on and win that race. So that was really cool, really awesome to watch. That damage has made this car quite a bit tight, so that's something we're just gonna have to hang on here for a little bit. Oh my god, we still got 54 laps of field. We might have to hang on for a while with this damage. My dad called it a fraudulent win. I remember that. So hot in Winnipeg, over 30 degrees. It's actually not too hot here where I'm at today. 30 degrees in Winnipeg. That sounds rough. Yeah, Daniel had to hold off. I mean, big names, right? Hamlin, Bell, Reddick, Larson. How about Shane Van Gisbergen as well? And absolutely, I know he finished P11. He did not get to finish that showcase where he ran. Shane Van Gisbergen spent 99% of that race in the top 10, like 5th to 7th, all night long. All clear. And then unfortunately the last restart, he was down to like 14th and got back to 11th, and then the caution came out and the race was over. But I mean, SVG ran absolutely phenomenal on Sunday night. It was fantastic. Are all NASCAR races on one network? So in Canada, they are all on one network. They're on TSN. So what happens is, so we can put Fox on if we want when it's on Fox, and watch it on Fox, because we have the Fox channel in Canada. But TSN broadcasts every race, so they take the Fox broadcast and they put it on TSN. They take now the Prime broadcast and they put it on TSN, and just do that all year. So when, you know, TNT and then NBC takes over, they just take the broadcast. You know, they got the contract to be able to take their broadcast and then broadcast it on the Canadian Sports Network. So fortunately, you know, that's one of the benefits of being in Canada for a NASCAR fan. And one of the few benefits is I don't have to search for different channels. It's going to be on TSN all year, except there is an asterisk here, because when March Madness is happening, like with that basketball crap, they do not show the races at all for like 3 weeks, and you have to stream it on their app. They only stream it on the TSN app. So there's like a 3-week run where they don't show anything on TV. He did lead some laps too. Yeah, SVG was up front for a few laps. I mean, great run, man. Great run for that 97 team. Again, SVG kind of, you know, SVG's been kind of the best trackhouse car for the majority of the year. Which is hard to believe, but it's, you know, that's the way it's been going. Man, this damage is just making this car plow. I need a caution. I should have pitted. I am regretting not pitting to fix that damage. I wanted to keep my track position, but I am regretting it now because this thing is just, it's a snow plow. What if NASCAR went to the F1 track in Canada? I'd be down. I'd be there. If NASCAR goes to anywhere in Ontario, I'll be there. We don't have enough road courses. We only have 4. We only have 4 now. We used to have 8. You can't. No, we can't have 6 super speedways, 10 mile-and-a-halves, 8 short tracks, and then tell me that 4 road courses is enough. That's just not right. I think we should have 5, maybe 6. I would limit it at 6. I would go no more than that. We used to have 2. Yeah, very true. Okay, how many? Let me get smart here. Let me get smart here. Okay, first of all, the world changes, but let's see. How many dirt tracks did NASCAR used to have back in the 1950s? How many do we have now? Exactly. Things change. Things change. Hi, Huskers. How are you? I think we should have 6 road courses, personally. Limited at 6. No more than 6. But I'd do 6. You get, you know, Watkins Glen, Sonoma. You do a street course. There's 3 right there, and then maybe, I don't know, you could do a Road America. I think you could kind of rotate different road courses in and out throughout the year. I think that'd be kind of cool. Or not throughout the year, but throughout the seasons as we go. Like, we don't have to run the same road courses every year, except for a few staple ones like the Glen and Sonoma. That's the caution we need. You can always rely on Cody Ware. I'm going to hit him. Boom. You can always rely on Cody Ware to get the caution you need, and oh boy, do we have some interesting strategy, because Kyle Larson and others are staying out.
You want any tweaks to this strategy?
And we're going to come in and we're going to get some repairs done finally.
Get up on the wall now. We're coming.
Hello, Eric, by the way. I haven't seen this, Ryan. What's this Ryan Blaney USA 250 Advanced Auto Parts Scheme? Hold on. Let me take a look. Let me take a look here. I want to see this Ryan Blaney car. Do you think Nashville should stay on the schedule for Cup? No, just because I think the race is usually pretty boring. Ryan Blaney. Hey, look at that. Commander with 7 months. Commander. Thank you so much, Commander. Appreciate you, my man. Hope you're doing well. Nice to see you here. Same for my man, Icebound or Bryson. 41 months. I mean, that's absolutely absurd that we're closing in, getting closer to, what do we, I mean, a little over now, 3 years. Absolutely insane. Appreciate you as always, my man. I just saw this Ryan Blaney car. It's interesting. That's actually kind of cool. I actually kind of dig that. That is pretty cool. I like what they did behind the numbers. That's like wings or something. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Commander just gifted 10. Too kind. Too kind of you, Commander.
10 away.
Thank you, Commander. Thank you, Commander. My man. The greatest Fortnite racetrack maker that's on planet Earth right here. That's going to go up 10 times. I still have not adjusted that, by the way. But thank you so much, Commander. What a lad.
One up high.
He robbed another bank. Which bank did we go to this time? Man, I saw some banks recently in
High side
Fallout
now.
4, and I was like, holy crap, I'm gonna go into these banks and find so many bottle caps and rob them. I'm gonna be rich. And then reality hit me
Outside
of
now.
the fact that that wouldn't make any sense because the
Outside now.
banks were operating before the nukes dropped in Fallout, so they wouldn't have any bottle caps, of course. All they had was pre-war money.
One outside.
So then I was disappointed.
One up high.
It's still going off.
Stay left. Outside now.
We're gonna pass a lot of cars right here because
Outside.
we've got guys that stayed out on old tires, and we got a mix of old tires and got a mix of new tires, and this could get a little bit crazy. Oh my God, the two's getting wrecked right in front of us.
Car high.
We're in it.
Outside now. Caution's out.
We're in it. We're in it. Oh my God, we just cannot catch a break. We cannot catch a break tonight. This has not been our night. We got to pit again because now we got damage. Oh my God. Okay, let's come in. That was a very, very
You have
rare
any spin
moment
options?
with the AI in NASCAR 25. That was AI actually getting spun out by somebody, not just the crap where the tire blows. No, they actually got spun out by someone. That does not happen very often at all.
Here we come, fellas. Be ready.
Man, we have been in the mud tonight. Okay. Thank God we have a lot of racing still. Shane Van Gisbergen's leading.
Be ready now. There's the green flag. Outside now.
Who at the moment is your favorite driver?
Stay low.
Who would win the F1 World Drivers' Championship? Well, my favorite driver right now is still Oscar Piastri and Max Verstappen in Formula One. And if any of them won the championship, I'd be happy. Will not happen this year, but I would be happy with that. Hey, dare I say it, we're talking about Charlotte, right? The rumors are Charlotte is getting an all-star race back again next year. I've been hearing the rumors. And I know my opinion is not going to be popular, but I don't care because it's an opinion. It doesn't have to be a popular opinion. If Charlotte is getting the all-star race back, then the chase race should be the Roval again, in my
One
opinion.
up high.
In my personal opinion. I don't want to watch 3 oval races on the same track in 1 year. That's just me. That's just overkill.
Stay low. Car high.
Now, if
Clear
Charlotte
outside.
doesn't get the all-star
Clear.
back, then okay,
Outside.
run 2 oval races there. I don't care.
up
They're
high.
wrecking. Oh my God, that's a terrible crash.
Yellow's out.
Oh my God, Busher's dead. Oh no, Commander. I hope
Road
Commander
zone.
didn't see that. Busher just had a horrific crash into the outside wall. Man, this has been absolutely absurd. Put the All-Star on the Roval. Oh, that'd get people going. That would be... I wouldn't even do that. I like the Roval, but I would not do that.
Green. Car high.
I think the Roval needs to be a point race, in my opinion. I keep shifting, and it's not doing anything. I'm on automatic, but
Still there. One high.
the Clash back at Daytona, All-Star race back at Charlotte. See, now I do have one fear, and I don't think NASCAR is going to do this, but I do have a fear, right? NASCAR right now is in the middle of their whole push of like going back to what made us great and whatnot, blah blah blah, right? Newsflash for NASCAR: doesn't matter what you do, your sport's never going to be as popular as it was in its peak. This is not going to happen. NASCAR, it cannot be that popular ever again. But
Outside.
in terms of like the sport, you know, being back to where it was at its best,
Clear high.
I just worry that they're gonna. I don't think they'll do this, but I do have a fear that they'll flood the schedule with just mile and a half again. Like, yeah, the mile and a halfs are great, but I don't like watching the same type of racing all the time. That's what I love about NASCAR is how different it is. You got your super speedways, your mile and a halves, your intermediates that are, you know, like a Darlington or an Iowa or, you know, a Nashville. And then you got your road courses and, you know, all the different types of tracks where, you know, 10 years ago it just felt like it was just mile and a halves over and over again, and then short tracks and then a few super speedways and then your 2 road courses. But dirt track, I'm down for a dirt track. I would love a dirt track. Bring back not Bristol dirt, but bring an actual dirt track, you know? Although I thought Bristol dirt really was overhated, I thought the races were fine. But I would prefer just like a natural dirt track. And we're wrecking again. We are wrecking again. Did I get damage? No, I didn't. This first stage is absolutely insane. Stage 1 tonight has had more cautions than the Creator Series last night. You might be right. No, you definitely are right. We only had like 3 cautions in the Creator Series last night. I think, pretty sure it was like 3. 0 wrecks in stage 2. The trends are usually if you have a chaotic stage, the next stage is going to be pretty dry in terms of chaos. So I am preparing for a long green flag run in stage 2. We are just, I don't even know what to think of our race right now because, I mean, we have not had any time to learn anything about this car. It's just been crash, 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 crash.
Carlo?
Ryan Blaney, though, is out front. International track for the chase. That's where Montreal comes in.
Inside now.
Run Montreal in like September.
Car inside.
Yeah, we had 2 Michigan races and 2 Pocono races, as Tel Contra's talking about there. That is an era I will never miss. That was absolutely absurd, and every time you went there, you knew the races were going to be boring as crap. And they were. They were so boring.
Bottom. 3 wide.
Oh my god, I'm going to get put in the wall again.
Clear low if you want.
Noah Gregson. All right.
Clear low.
No 3 wide to the outside. No 3 wide to the outside. I should know better against these AI sometimes. Now we got to rally back again, huh?
1 on the bottom.
I used to hate the, like, in the mid, like, 2010s when I was just, like, you know, growing up in NASCAR at that point, I used to absolutely despise the summer stretch of the schedule because you had the 2 Michigans, you had the 2 Poconos, you just had a lot of boring racing, and it was just so boring. Now it's, honestly, now I love the summertime part of the schedule because, you know, you only have 1 Michigan, you only have 1 Pocono. But you got, you know, you got a few road courses. You had the street course before, which was the Chicago street course, was so much fun to watch. And the racing's just, you know, there are tracks where the racing's just better. So now I love the summer stretch.
4 wide. 3 wide. Outside.
All right, we're starting to cook now. We're going to be 4 wide. We might be cooking in a bad way here. I'm getting ran down. Oh my god, you guys are just ruthless. Yeah, look what you did to yourself. He just ran me over and now he's, oh my god, terrible crash.
Yellow is out.
What am I supposed to do there? He turns left on me. He turns left on me. These guys have lost their marbles, as some would say. We're not pitting. We're staying out. Tell Contar is preaching. If drivers had any intelligence, overtime would not be a problem. I will always preach that overtime chaos is not NASCAR's fault. It's the drivers. If you can run a stage 2 restart 2 laps without crashing, a stage 3
Base
restart
cars
2 laps without crashing? But you can't run a 2-lap overtime without crashing? How is that NASCAR's fault? I've never understood that, because when we have like
There's
sometimes
the
when we get 3
One
overtimes and the race goes to chaos, everyone jumps on NASCAR being like, oh, this is NASCAR's fault, this is what they promote. I'm like, NASCAR doesn't promote these guys wrecking
Inside.
in overtime. No, they promote a finish. They promote an attempt to finish the race under green. They don't tell the drivers to go make a mockery of themselves in overtime. Thank God we haven't had any overtime drama this year. We usually are in for like at least one a year, and then you get like the next 3 days of people being like, overtime needs to be banned, we should not have this anymore.
Outside. Clear up top.
And weren't and you had
Inside
fans just the other day on Saturday with the trucks and O'Reilly race up in arms about them
Inside.
not giving the fans a shootout to finish the race under green. Anyways, oh my God.
Clear box.
Oh my God.
One high. Caution's out.
What is going on? What are we
Pit road
doing?
is open.
This is going to be the quickest first stage we've ever had. Oh, did you guys see the Stenhouse tribute car to Kyle Busch? The NOS paint scheme? It is so cool. It is so cool. I love it. It was Kyle Busch's NOS car from the O'Reilly days, like, what was it? I don't know, 2015, 2016, whatever year it was. One of my favorite NASCAR paint schemes of all time, hands down. And the fact that they brought that back for this weekend for the 47 car is so cool.
Coming to the green.
I'd like to see an Interstate Batteries car too. Yeah, throwback. That'd be really cool.
Be ready now. Green, green.
I hope that we continue to see more teams
Inside.
do some tribute paint schemes to Kyle Busch. There's a complete layup right there for the 5 car, obviously, with Kyle Busch, driving the 5 car back in the day when he started his Cup Series career. I would like to hope Hendrick is going to do something with that 5 for a race.
One
All
inside.
right, I'm not going 3 wide to the outside because we've learned our lesson from that. You know where I will go, though, is 3 wide in the middle, because I don't think I'll get ran over doing that. We've only got 10 laps to go in the
10
stage.
to go.
It's been pure chaos. We've had no chance to go anywhere because every other lap we're wrecking.
Inside.
Oh my God, Hocevar's checking up. Oh my God, we're doing it again. What are we
Yellow's
doing?
out.
Christopher Bell's
Pit road
crash.
is open.
This is hilarious. The stage 2, there's gonna be I don't think there's gonna be a single crash in stage 2. I think it's gonna go green the whole way. There's no way it doesn't go green the whole way with all these crashes in stage 1. I did hear San Diego's coming to iRacing, yes. I did. And I agree with you, Huskers. Yeah. I mean, Brexton Busch very, very strong there. Supporting his mom in that pre-race tribute. Alright, let's try this again. Let's try this again.
Coming to the green.
2 cars pitted, apparently. Might have been the 2 guys that wrecked. I'm not sure.
10 away.
Let's try this again, boys.
Green, green.
It's going to be like 6 laps to go, I would imagine.
Car inside.
Yes, indeed. 6 laps remain in stage 1. This has been the funniest stage of the entire season that we've done.
Inside door.
Can we at least go green to the end of stage 1? Come on. Hello, Aaron. Bofa's in the closet. Maybe that's why we're wrecking all the time. It's because
They are.
Bofa's not out here. Maybe I need to go get Bofa.
1 on the bottom. 5 to go now. 1 inside. Clear inside. 1 on the bottom.
I swear, if I get put in the wall, oh my
1
God.
inside.
If I didn't back out, I would have been in the wall.
Inside door. 3 wide. Carlo.
Come on. Come on.
Inside now.
We need to go. Christopher Bell slow. I think he's
One
got
on the bottom.
damage. Obviously, I mean,
One
look
up
at the
high.
rear bumper on that thing.
Clear outside.
Man. Now it's just like we're kind of stuck here with nowhere to go
Stay high.
until the field kind
One
of
high.
spreads out a little bit.
One inside. 3 wide.
You got to be so cautious on these restarts
low
because
if
if you
you
go
want it.
3 wide to the top,
Car
they're just
outside.
going to put you in the wall. All right, 3 to go.
Outside.
Surely you boys can make it to the end of stage 1 without crashing.
Car high.
Eight. Got to 8. Got to eat it.
Stay low. Car
Gridlock
outside.
racing like Daytona and Talladega. Oh my God, hello.
2 to go. Here 3 wide.
Don't you come down on me here. Thank you.
One
Thought
outside.
that 3 car was just going to turn across my nose right there.
1 outside.
We're definitely going to make an adjustment here.
Stay low. High side now. Outside. One to go.
All right, 1 lap to go. We're actually going to make it. Can you believe it?
High side now.
I think the wrecking is over.
Outside.
Ryan Blaney survives all the stage 1 chaos, and he's going to take the stage.
Stay low.
That'll be
Clear
1
high.
extra point to Ryan Blaney.
Okay, big picture
We'll
here,
end up
driver.
27th. Yeah, the AI, they don't, if you're at their door on Nashville, they do not
Pit road is open.
acknowledge you at all. Absolutely not. They just like, they'll just run into you. We're on caution number 11 already. Oh my God.
Does
All right,
this
let's,
strategy
I'm
look
going
like
to
what you
go slightly down on tire pressures.
need? Okay, bring her around. And
We'll
come
bring
on
it in. We'll get 4 tires. We'll pit. We're going to bring Bofa out. Bofa is going to come out, and I think that's going to turn our race around because that was a disaster. That was a complete disaster. Let me get Bofa.
Pace cars off.
Welcome back, NFL YouTuber. What do you think about F1 turning Monaco into a non-points race? Non-points All-Star-like weekend. That would be interesting. I don't know if that would be well received in Formula One. That would be my problem. Because, like, you know, yeah, the race sucks at Monaco, but it's still, like, a prominent part of the calendar, you know? Like, it's the only crown jewel of Formula One. So, I don't know, I feel like you couldn't take a crown jewel and turn it into a exhibition event, you know? All right, I'm going to grab Bofa. You guys see that? Oh my God. That's incredible. That's incredible. Look at him. Lightning McQueen slippers on Bofa. Shout out Bofa McQueen. Favorite ice cream flavor? I have the most boring ice cream flavor. That is my favorite is chocolate. That's it. That's all I need. Give me chocolate ice cream. I'm happy. I don't like getting like funky with ice cream. Just give me chocolate ice cream. That's all I want. I'm so basic. I find something I like and I stick to it as well. And I don't like to experiment other like foods. I find a food I like or a flavor of something I like, and that's all I ever want again of that thing. Ever. I'm like, no, I don't want to try something different. Because if I try something different and I don't like it, then I would have been like, dang, that sucked. And I just lost a good experience that I'm going to have to wait for now. For the next time. That ain't fun. Why is my controller not working? Oh, must not be tabbed in. Alright. Stage 2. Cookies and cream, though, is good. I do like cookies and cream.
Be ready. Go, go, go.
Now, when I lived with my parents, I would eat any ice cream they would bring home. Because it was free.
Inside.
But now that I, like, have to pay for that stuff, I'm like, if I'm getting ice cream, there's only one kind of ice cream I'm getting. And that's chocolate ice cream. Bofa's favorite ice cream flavor? Pumpkin ice cream. He's a big fan of pumpkin ice cream. I don't know if that's actually a thing or not.
Inside. 3 wide. One low. One on the bottom.
Do you guys, what do you guys think of freezies? I think Americans call it something different, but we call it freezies here in Canada. I remember telling Jay about it. I was like, what do you think about freezies? He was like, what the heck's a freezie? I'm like, well, what do you mean, what's a freezie? I'm sure some of you guys know what a freezie is. It's like,
One high.
it is a thing.
You're all clear.
Yeah, okay, so some of y'all don't know. Okay, so clearly there's a different word for it in America. It's a long tube. It's a long tube of, like imagine like a popsicle or something.
One high.
But it's just a long tube of it. And you cut the end off, and then you just start eating, and then you push it up the tube, and then you just keep eating it. Ice Pops, is that what it's called in like America?
Outside now.
Maybe. I don't know. Okay, well, we're getting a few people saying Ice Pops, so that must be what you guys call it down there. So we'll go with that. Ice Pops. They got they made a Dr. Pepper flavor of it, and it is so good.
Clear outside. Outside.
Do I dare take it 4 wide? No, because that would be really dumb of me to do. Root beer. Oh, dude.
3 wide.
Oh, I would love a root beer one. Anything root beer. I love root beer. I'm Joey Logano. My man just turned right into my quarter panel and just about right hooked me down the front straightaway. You guys are just off the rails tonight.
Outside. 3 wide.
Ryan Blaney, your stage 1 winner, by the way, is down here now.
1 up high.
Keselowski's to the lead.
High side now.
Simple vanilla. Yeah, vanilla ice cream ain't bad.
3 wide.
I need a freezy now because, man, it's so hot here.
Outside
Especially in this apartment. It's just insanely hot.
3 wide. Car high. High side now.
I think it's the best we've run all race long, by the way.
Clear high.
Oh God, it's Dylan Good in 24, everybody.
High side now.
Hi, Dylan. This is NASCAR 25. Would you rather have unlimited bacon but no more games, or unlimited games but no games? Well, how does that work? Unlimited games but no games? So, do you mean no bacon? Did you mean to say no bacon? You can play as many games as you want, but there's no games to play.
Stay low. Clear outside.
Unlimited games, but no games. Okay, well, there won't be any games to play, so I'll take the unlimited bacon if I can't play any games. If you could save Clable, what if Kenny or me from a fire would you save? Oh man, that's a good question,
Outside.
Dylan. I'm thinking I'm gonna go with, let's see here. I don't know, Clable did overhaul our Discord server, Dylan, so he's kind of got the upper edge on you now. I think I'm going Clable. I think I'm gonna go
Still in
save
there.
Clable.
Clear high.
Dylan, what can you bring? What benefits do you bring if I saved you from a fire over Clable? That's the real question here. Oh my God, Telcontar did not just say that. He did say it. That's wild. Friendship? Oh yeah, it's not. You know what? Well, here's the thing though, Dylan. My dad likes Clable. He thinks Clable is a fascinating character, but he likes Clable. So I feel like we'd have to at least, we'll have to at least attempt to save Clable. I see you guys mentioned I wouldn't be able to carry him, so if I couldn't carry him, then I'm gonna save Dylan at that point. I'm like, sorry Clable, but Dylan, I'm gonna help Dylan now. I'm saving Gary the cat. Sometimes Gary the cat's so crazy I consider maybe not. I'm like, you know what? You can go take care of yourself. Have at it. That boy, he is a terrorist, I tell you.
One high.
Save Dylan so then two of us can go save Clable. That could be an option. That
Clear
could be an
outside.
option. I think if Dylan and I work together, we could save Clable. Definitely. Telcontar's got the big brain here. He's thinking. He's putting some thought into it. You're famous in the Barstool chats? Roll him out of there. Jesus. Poor Clable. Poor Clable. We love Clable. We're going to be streaming with Clable tomorrow night, boys. We're doing something a little bit different tomorrow, actually. I haven't even told you guys about this. Tomorrow night, we're streaming NASCAR 25 lobbies, but hold on. What's so different about it? We're doing both Xbox and PC on the same stream. Can you believe it?
Stay low.
We're going to be doing about 2 hours. We're going to do about 2 hours on
Clear
Xbox,
high,
and then we're going to switch over to
outside.
PC,
Clear outside.
and then spend about an hour on PC,
Clear up
and then call it a stream. With Clable. I'm not getting a PlayStation. I am not paying hundreds upon hundreds of dollars just to play NASCAR 25. I can't afford that. Oh, there goes 54. Oh, the two.
High side
Oh my
now.
God.
Clear outside.
Caution is out.
Pit road is open.
First incident of stage 2. Oh yeah, soda pop. I did hear BeamNG is coming to PS5. Very cool. However, did they say anything about mod support? I would, if you're gonna play BeamNG, you gotta have mods. So if they don't have mod support, then I'd be a lot less hyped if I was on PlayStation personally. Oh, someone, my girlfriend, I think, has a delivery.
Coming to the green.
Or I just answered the door for some random person. I'm not sure. I'm gonna ask her. It's just the announcement of the game, so they haven't said if there's any like mod support. All right, let's go. Clable said he kicked someone named Oppie. Oh no. Oppie got kicked from the Discord already? Oh, what did he do? What did he do? Hold on. Let's see what that means. I can go and look in the Discord. Oh, Clable DM'd me. He said, I just banned Oppie. There's a way you can see why people got banned, right? In logs. No, maybe not. There's a way you can see. Yeah, we all saw that coming, I think. I'm going to ask Clable, what did he do? What he do? All right. Yeah, we all saw that coming. We knew that was going to happen. We overhauled the Discord, and Oppie left. I think before he was probably going to get banned.
Green, green, green. Inside.
And then he came back today, and now he's already banned.
Carlo. Car inside.
Once again, a shout out to Clable. Came in, offered to help basically fix the Discord, get it in a way better place that is way more representative of the community that we have right here together. Because before it was just a bunch of silliness and a lot of people in there that we didn't really like their behavior. They're being toxic, and now it's way better now, and I actually like being in there again, which is cool. Yeah, it's been a good time chatting in general chat. So if you do notice there's a command, it's in the description. Discord link's in the description, but also if you use the command Discord, there goes Chastain. That won't happen every time you use the command, but you do get a Discord link and you can join up if you want as Ross Chastain. Are we just going to have a caution fest tonight? Is that what this race is? Is it just cautions tonight? There you go, look at that. Got the Discord link. The main mods were some wild ones. Oppie was a mod at one point. Vixen was a mod.
Pace car's off.
Alright, let's go.
Be ready now. Green, green, green. One on the bottom. One on the bottom.
We also had like a bunch of people in the Discord that were causing like a lot of toxicity problems that weren't even like part of the community in like any recent memory. Like they didn't even bother with our community, but all they did was be there and be toxic. Don't you worry, Sean, their time will probably come.
Stay high. Stay high.
Ban them all.
Car
Get
outside.
rid of them.
Clear up top. One high. Clear high if you want it. Clear inside.
Who's leading? Is this still Brad? It is still Brad Kozlowski. Denny Hamlin right here on our right side. We've still got a lot of racing to go here. We're on lap 30 of 95 in stage number 2.
Outside.
You join the Discord W. join up. We purged a bunch of members. Today was like the final bit of kind of cleaning up the server, and we got we just kicked from the server like a bunch of inactive people that just like haven't touched the server in like literal like 2-3 years. That was kind of the final like touches on the server today. So now everything's up and running, and there's like a couple small things we need to do, like setting up Formula Go-in members to get automatic access to the member role.
Inside now.
That's one thing I got to do.
Clear low if you want it.
We got the Go-in side set up already. Do we still have 1,000 members? That's crazy.
Stay low. Car outside.
Why is John Hunter even up here? Probably just out of all the chaos.
Stay low.
When do we get Mac and Cheese Boy as a mod?
Stay low.
Never say never.
Clear high.
Which channel I would recommend putting that in the paint booth channel, Sean. That's what I would recommend. That'd probably be the best place for it. Hello, Mac and Cheese Boy.
One outside.
Rest in peace, Kyle. Yes, absolutely.
Clear high. You want it?
We'll be running his car for the remainder of 2026 here in this 100% length streamed season in his honor. Hopefully we can win a championship for him. We've got 5 wins on this season already. I think we've won a lot more than I anticipated. But looking for win number 6 here from Nashville. Yeah, Reddick was like the only realistic option I felt like we had for that. And then we're going to put Heim in the 45. And then Reddick as well will start finally like winning, right? Because, you know, Reddick's AI in NASCAR 25 just does not win at all. I mean, I guess you could say it's realistic because he didn't win at all in 2025. So I guess it's not unrealistic, but
Stay low.
how about Zane Smith? Zane Smith's up here in that number 38. He's actually got a decent track record when it comes to Nashville. He could be a threat this weekend, not to win, but like don't be surprised if you see Zane Smith running in the top 10. I think he could be up there for sure. But I think it'll be mainly Toyotas again. Toyota's just so strong right now. Pretty well everywhere that they go.
All clear.
But you probably can't rule out a Blaney tomorrow. Or tomorrow. Sunday. A Larson. Maybe even a Chase Elliott. What's going on, Wizard? How was work? Welcome on in. You missed the chaos. We had 10 cautions in stage 1. It was absolute insanity. Briscoe winning. How about that Briscoe crash in Charlotte when he dumped the 17 and then who else? I think he collected the 60 as well, didn't he? I think he got 2 of the RFK boys. That was quite a bad one. One thing I hate though, and this is what made me happy about the Briscoe wreck. One thing I hate is it's always like a trend in NASCAR is when someone starts a wreck, the guy that starts it more often than not always ends up getting away without not even a scratch on his car. I don't care like if a wreck you started is on purpose or an accident. The guy that starts it, I want to make sure he's collected in it. So when Briscoe started that crash, watching him get taken out in it as well was very satisfying. I was like, finally, let's go. The guy that actually started it is also going to be wiped out. That's good. I'm happy with it. I feel like it's just going to be a matter of time until that 11 car crashes. Yeah, well, he was all over the back of Keselowski. And now that 5 jumped up to the top. That 6 is going to open up a bit of a gap. You think it's going to be a Ford this weekend, or really a Ford? I don't see that happening, personally. I don't know. Ford just seems off, you know? Ford just, I don't know. Doesn't seem to be that great. Dark horse pick? I mean, my dark horse pick would be a Ford. You know, I'd go with the Blaney. Honestly, though, like, picking anybody that's not a Toyota, you could argue is a dark horse right now. You know? Like Kyle Larson, you could argue is a dark horse. Just because he's not a Toyota. And it's been over a year since he's gotten to victory lane. How are you, Zeke? Welcome on in. Glad to see you. Running top 5 on max difficulty is crazy. Once you play the game enough and know the way around the setups, it gets pretty easy. It gets pretty easy. All I've done is lowered the tire pressures and lowered the wedge to 45, and here we are. Ford's changing their body style next year. Shouldn't change too much, but hopefully it helps them in dirty air. That would be good for them. Which tells me, though, if you're making a change, like Chevrolet, they made a change, right? And it wasn't, they made a small change as well, and you've seen how that's gone for them, is they've been playing catch-up as well. So I'd imagine Ford is going to kind of be playing catch-up for the first half of next year. I think Chevrolet, you know, Hendrick, come chase time, I think they'll be cooking. I think they'll be cooking. Hello, Real, how do I say that name? Real Mr. Purrs. How are you? Much braking here? A little bit. Maybe 25% brake. If that. I don't know, I haven't even paid attention, but I am on the brake. Right here. And then I'm off. That's not even 20. It's like 10% brake pedal. There's Clable. You gotta tell us why you banned him. I wanna know. I wanna know. What did he do? We are actually reeling in these front runners now. We might need to go a little bit backwards on the tire pressure to make this race a bit more competitive as we go into the next pit stop. No, Clable didn't get banned. No, Clable's not banned. Clable banned someone. Yeah, Clable's safe. Clable's all good here. Oppie got banned. Oh, we got enough. Oh, we're like really tight on fuel here, but we're short. We're short on gas. We're coming to 36 to go in the stage. 40. No, sorry, I'm way off. We're coming to 46 to go. Yeah, we're coming to lap 50 of 95. I'm thinking 85. Yeah, never mind. We're not even close. Not even close on fuel, so I'm not even going to bother looking at that. We're just going to keep running our laps here. Hello, Ryan. How are you? I did see all the flowers and stuff at RCR. You know what me and my dad did for last Sunday during the 600? in honor of Kyle Busch, we had some M&Ms. We both, I'm not proud to admit it, I ate an entire bag of M&Ms during the Coke 600 or throughout the day. It started in the Indy 500. Usually I have Reese's peanut butter sticks, but of course special, you know, scenario, wanting to honor Kyle. I'm like, all right, we're going M&Ms today. Could have eaten 18 bags and I don't think we would have judged. Well, I'm glad to know that. Glad to know. What did you think of the Indy 500 finish? It was awesome. It was awesome. Awesome race. Awesome finish. It was a lot of fun to watch. I like David Malukas a lot, so it kind of sucked to watch him lose, but still, I'm all right with watching a guy lose when the finish is epic. I thought it was awesome. Really couldn't get a much better Indy 500 than that, really.
Clear outside.
The sucky thing about IndyCar, though, is they put on like this incredible spectacle, and then they don't do it again until next year. You know, they only do it once a year. Like, you could go to some larger ovals and have incredible racing, but they just don't anymore.
Clear outside.
That's like the weird thing about IndyCar is like when they have like these crazy like Indy 500 moments, they're like, you know, come back next week. You know, if you enjoyed what you saw in the Indy 500, come back next week when we do the exact opposite of that, and it's not anywhere near as enjoyable to watch. But look at that run we just got off the top here. Look at that. Don't mind if I do. Don't mind if I do.
Stay low.
You made your Cup debut. You're about to run your 4th race at Phoenix. Oh, there you go. Good luck with that. Car is going to be probably a bit slow with only race 4. Hello, AJ. Your favorite Kyle Busch memory was back when you were still in a hockey Discord, and it was the only thing on. You had to crash out when Kyle wrecked the 9. Oh, was that... where was that? Was that Charlotte? I remember that, but I forget what track. I feel like it was Charlotte, though, right?
Car's still there.
Oh, Darlington. Darlington. Sorry, I was completely wrong. Darlington.
Stay low.
I remember that, though. That was funny. As someone that has not been a big fan of Chase Elliott,
Still in there.
I remember that very well and laughing because I was just like, that's hilarious. Kyle Busch just wrecked him.
Stay low.
But yeah, rest in peace, Kyle.
Stay low.
It's also funny, like, I don't know about you guys, but I've been going back and like listening to or watching like
Stay low.
old Kyle Busch radio moments where he was like losing his mind, or, you know, interviews where he was upset and
Still
stuff
there.
like that. And, you know, when I was a kid, I was like, I can't stand this guy
Still
because
there.
of this. And now I'm just looking
Clear
back on
outside.
it laughing, and I'm just like, man, I just so desperately wish we could have that back now. ...2017, you like Joey Logano. It's okay. It's all right to like Joey Logano. I like Joey Logano. As much as I look down on how he won the 2024 championship, I still like him. Who won Atlanta? Someone you wouldn't expect. BJ McLeod. We need a wrestling ring set up in the house. PH is going to fight Bofa for mod status. We should let Gary the Cat fight Bofa. That wouldn't work out because he'd just eat him. Gary would just start eating the straw. And then we'd have to like rush him to the vet or something because that'd be really bad for him. Finally fixed your F1. Oh, you fixed your F1 manager. The fix. Turn your CPU offline to stop the cloud reading that corrupted save file. Wow. Okay. Well, there you go. Now, how did you figure that out? How much research did that take? I do want to see your tier maker chart, Matthew. I love seeing the tier maker charts just because, like, it's so interesting seeing how everyone has different opinions of, like, every driver, you know? I love that kind of stuff. I do need to be fired in F1 manager. Oh, you found it on Reddit? No, Reddit's a great place to get answers. Reddit's a great place to get answers for, like, just about anything. There's that one rule of thumb about Reddit, okay? If you have a problem, the likelihood is that someone else on Reddit has already had that problem and the answer is already on there. If I need an answer to something, I will always type in blah 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 Reddit. And 9 times out of 10, I'm probably going to find the answer. A tier list stream? That'd be fun. Maybe we'll do one for like the 2027 roster or something when we go to like next year.
Inside now. Clear low.
Oh my God.
One bottom.
30 to go in stage 2. See, we had so many cautions in stage 1, so it just kind of like went by so quick that now it's like 30 laps in stage 2 feels like it's forever. It's like, oh my God, we still got 30 more laps to run here. An F1 tier list? Oh boy, that'd be a fun one to do. I should do that. Lando Norris and like George Russell fans would probably hate me after that. No Fords and O'Reilly. It is what it is, right? I don't really feel any type of way about it. I mean, obviously it's bad for the sport, that's for sure. Not good for the sport when a manufacturer is not being represented.
Outside door.
Driver likability tier list. I do fear, I did a NASCAR tier list earlier in the year. I do have a hard time doing those because there's some weird people on YouTube that will they'll stop watching someone because they dislike that person's favorite driver, and I've always found that to be really weird energy, weird behavior, but it exists. So I've always been afraid of doing those like driver tier lists and stuff because I'm like, oh, if I don't like this guy, his fans ain't gonna watch me anymore, because there's just not all people are like that, but there's some weird ones out there that will just stop watching a creator because they don't like their driver or something. So I've always kind of had a bit of a fear of doing that, but
Stay low. Still in there?
if they really hate a driver for no good reason, I'll stop watching. Well, to be fair,
All
like,
clear.
I have drivers that I've never been a fan of for no good reason, you know? Like, there's some drivers I've not been a fan of because of the fan base or, you know, how they drive or stuff like that. But then there's a few drivers really hate that. Okay, well, that's, yeah. I'll have drivers that I don't really like just for, like, no reason at all. I'm just like, it's just the vibes that you get, you know? Like, I get vibes from certain drivers that I just don't like, you know? And I'm like, all right, I don't like that guy. Ryan Preece is a good one. Ryan Preece is a good one. Seems like a cool dude. I don't see any problem with Ryan Priest, but I never got good vibes from him for some reason. So I was just like, yeah, I don't really like him.
Clear outside.
Right up to the back of the 6. We got a lot of pit stops, by the way, kicking off here. If you don't like Cody Ware, I don't know. Cody Ware's kind of done some things that might make him not likable.
Clear low if you want it.
From what we've heard, I don't know. Maybe off the racetrack, I don't know.
Great job, you got the lead.
I like Landon Castle. Landon's cool. All right, they all just pitted. I think we're gonna come into the pits here. I'm not gonna wait too long because they're gonna have fresh tires. All right, here's what we're gonna do. We're going to come in, we'll take fuel, we'll take tires, and what I'm going to do is, you guys saw there, I was starting to, I could have pushed, I wasn't even pushing to the maximum, so we definitely need to put these tire pressures up further, because I was getting a little bit too fast there.
Bring it in and pit this time. Back it down, back it down.
Come on in, come on in. RFK announcing that they're downsizing. Wait, what? Huh?
We'll get the lead back. Stay focused.
When did they do that? I know they announced that they're going to still run 3 cars next year no matter what. Oh, not downsizing. Oh, I can't read. Sorry. I got glasses on. I still can't read. Yeah. Now that makes sense. I was like, what? You think Rick Ware is going to be gone from the Cup Series? I'll tell you what, though. Rick Ware. They could make some massive bank by selling their charter right now. I mean, we're talking like $100 million. If I'm Rick Ware, I'm selling in a heartbeat. I'm like, goodbye. Take the money. Or give me the money. I'm gone.
Clear high.
That I did not say no such thing. I said no such thing, Dylan Gooden. Don't listen to that guy, Clable.
20 to go this time.
I think Dylan Gooden said that, Clable, we would have to roll you out of a fire because we wouldn't be able to carry you. Do you know Hardy? The country singer. I've heard of him. I know one of his songs. I know one song of his, Truck Bed. That song goes hard. That's a cool song. Other than the cringe lyrics, it's a good song. I can overlook cringy lyrics when it's just overall good. I did see your F1 channel video of having that editor for EAF1. Does that mean you're going to keep Stroll forever? No. Stroll is going to be gone immediately. And like F1 26, he's going to be gone after 2026. So I'm getting rid of him. We'll be taking care of Lance. Dello, have a good one. Get some good sleep. Hopefully that recovery goes well for you. Keep us updated on how that's going. Wish you all the best. We got to make sure we get onto the lead lap here. Todd Gilliland currently leads this race. You're keeping Stroll forever in your manager universe for realism. That man has a seat until the day he retires. That's fair. I'm getting rid of him in one way or another. And actually, I forgot to show it. I forgot to show it in my last video. I was gonna do it, and then I forgot to. there was like they have the news section in F1 Manager, and there was a rumor that popped up in the news section of Fernando Alonso maybe going to Mercedes. I said, what? There's no way. But it's a rumor. And I want to make my own storylines in the F1 Manager series, but at the same time, I also want to because the game actually does a really good job of doing that stuff for the player. So like I do want to rely mostly on the game, but I also want to have a bit of control. But I'm going to mostly let the game do its thing, because the game, F1 Manager, does all the silly season stuff that I could ever dream of, you know, unlike the F1 games. So Clable told me to call you a ginger. What a mean guy. What a mean guy that Clable is. I can't believe he'd say that. I don't believe you. I don't believe you. Is the new BeamNG video coming soon? Yes. 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 Soon-ish. Probably on Sunday. It's going to be very different, though. It's going to be NASCAR Gridline, which we've done a couple times, but in a different form. I think I already talked about it, though. I'm going to do like a VR NASCAR Gridline video, because I think it will be hilarious and kind of like low-key, like scary. You gave Antonelli a 99 potential. I mean, the way he's running right now. Briscoe's quicker than me right here. I'm going to stay out of his way. Or he's just going to stay behind me. Oh, I hate when the AI do that. What if I start running the outside, actually? Hold on a minute. Yeah. I've been running the bottom all race. Let's go to the top. See if we can find some time here.
Stay high.
Is Todd Gilliland going to go to the end of the stage without pitting? Surely not. Raid Clable? I can't raid Clable. He just told you to call me a ginger. He's being so mean. What's Clable streaming right now? Oh, the 66 in the way. Thank you.
Clear high.
Appreciate it. That was for position. Oh my god. Didn't realize that.
One bottom. 10 to go now.
Oh, he's doing some roadblocks.
Clear low.
Huh. Oh my god. Kyle Larson's around. Caution's actually out.
Pit road is open.
Oh, that's interesting. There's still several cars that are a lap down. I don't know how many cars are a lap down, but there's still many cars that are going to be trapped a lap down, and wave rounds are not happening because we've got some guys on the lead lap staying out. I think I'm going to stay out here. I think I'm going to stay out on this one. Take the track position. You might have found a YouTube that is a little cooler. They do not make video game content, but they make videos of them driving one of Frieson's truck haulers. Slater. Who is a Slater guy? Freddie Slater. I've never even heard of the name Freddie Slater. Who is that? What is he in? Is he in like F2, F3? What is it? Is he not even that high yet? I don't know. Tell me who this guy is.
Green, green, green.
Freddie Slater. Let me hear about him. And maybe I'll, if you can sell me on him, I'm going to incorporate him in my F1 career modes.
One bottom.
F3 driver. Won like every single race in F4. He's an Audi young driver. Okay, so they've got him as prospect. What is he, British or something?
Still there.
Sounds like a British name, Freddie. When I hear Freddie, I think Britain. He is Brit. Look at that. Look at that. I'm a genius. I'm going to look into that and see if that's someone we can actually build up in the F1 my career.
Inside door. You're all clear.
Sletty Slater. I remember that name. Hi, Austin. Austin, you going to be on tonight?
Car inside.
I will be on
Clear
tonight.
inside.
Actually, shortly after the stream. Ooh,
Inside door.
I still need to eat food. I haven't ate anything yet today. I'm hungry.
Stay high. One inside.
He's only 17, and he's, what, in F4 or F3? Sorry, he's in F3. So, wait, has he won in F3 yet? Because that's
Stay high.
important. He's got to be winning in F3. You ain't winning a lot in
Clear inside.
F3. That's going to be a problem. Oh, I'm so tight. What are you eating? Not sure yet. They've only done one race so far in F3? Oh my goodness, I didn't realize that. I don't pay any attention to Formula 3, so I would have figured they would have had 2 or 3 races under their belt, at least, bare minimum.
Inside now. Clear low.
I'm so tight. Definitely going to have to make another tire pressure adjustment. I'm going to go 1 click down on every tire
2 to go now.
once we come into the pits right here
Still there.
at the end of this stage.
Inside.
They've done 2 races. He's 3rd in the points. Okay, that's not too bad. I always give a grace of
Clear low.
drivers, you know, in their first few races,
One inside.
no matter how much of a prospect they are. It's going to take them a few races to
Clear
kind of get up to
inside.
speed. So, yeah, I know. It feels like stage 2 is taking forever, October King. We're coming to the final lap now. Denny
One more time,
Hamlin
buddy.
in
One more time.
control.
Clear low if you want it. Car low. All clear. One outside.
How many races did he win in F4?
Stay low.
Denny Hamlin gets the extra point. Win stage 2 will be P9. We're going to
Top 10
pit
for that
here.
stage
There's going to
right
be some guys that stay out. And then there's going to be some that pit. We're going to be on the side of
road is
pitting. And we are going to take some tires. I didn't know I could change view under caution. Interesting. Can I do it on the wheel too? I can. I had no idea that was the thing.
You want to make any changes
4
here?
tires. Tire pressures, we're going to go 1 click down. 17.5, 17.5, 22.5, 22.5. Or what if we keep these at 20? Try to make sure we still have a fight. I'm going to do 20, 20, 22, 22. That's what we'll do for now.
Here we come now, fellas. Be
All
ready.
right. Let me, who stayed out? Gilliland
Coming to the
stayed
green.
out. Oh boy. All right, let's take a very quick break. I need a drink of water. He won 15 races. Jesus, okay. He won a few times. He won a few times. That'd be a good thing to do for them, I would think. Sean. Check DM. Man, Matthew. Man, you still hate Jimmy Johnson? Matthew still hates Jimmy Johnson. What did Jimmy do to you in the last few years? I feel bad for Jimmy. And he hates Denny. I can't believe it. I love Denny. Denny's my boy. That's harsh. Poor Jimmy.
Be ready.
All right. Stage 3. Let's get it.
Green, green, green.
Hey, to be fair, I hated Jimmy Johnson when I was a kid. You know, when I was a Jeff Gordon fan, I couldn't stand Jimmy
Inside.
Johnson. I like him now, of course, but yeah, I could not stand him when I was young.
Stay high.
And Denny Hamlin's a very polarizing driver. You either love Denny Hamlin or you hate Denny Hamlin.
Inside door.
I'm on the side of absolutely love Denny Hamlin. Absolute mad lad he is.
Inside
Oh my God, we got the 66 stayed out. Why?
Inside.
He's in the way. Why did you stay out? It's realistic, at least. I mean, he's just an obstacle.
Inside. 3 wide. Car low.
Oh no.
Clear
Oh
low.
my God.
Inside door.
Oh my good heavens
Full
me.
caution's out.
Oh,
Pit road's
we're
open.
good. We're good. We're all good. What in the world is happening here? Hold on, I'm taking care of it. I'm taking care of it. My goodness. All right. They've been timed out. My God. What are they doing? Sorry, if you just chatted in the last minute, I would not have seen it because Ashton Lane just decided to just start spamming. So if you wanted me to see something, please chat it or comment it again.
Pace car's off.
I timed them out for 24 hours.
10 away.
That was outrageous.
Green. 1 low. 1 inside.
Don't do that. There's a great example of what not to do.
Stay high.
He's gonna get catapulted in F1. He probably does F3 this year, F2 next year. Kind of like Antonelli, right? They kind of just
1 bottom.
kind of shot him up the ranks, and I mean, and you know what? He had a rough stretch in F1 last year as a rookie, but obviously, you know, he's figured it out and it's worked for him. You notice that's a bit of a trend in all of motorsports now. Like we see it in NASCAR as well, right? Where we're not spending, and I understand it when you think about it, is we're not spending as much time developing these drivers in NASCAR.
Near 3 wide.
I didn't do anything. That was all him.
Caution
But
down.
you know, they're moving these guys up in the Formula Series. You know, F3, F2, F1, boom, 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 right? But in NASCAR, they're doing the same thing, and they're just rushing these guys up straight to Cup. You know, they're already talking about putting Corey Day in the 48. Connor Zilisch had barely touched an oval 2 years ago, and now he's full time in the Cup Series, right? Like they are just throwing these guys into the top ranks right off the bat. Which, at the end of the day, I get it in a sense of, you know, there's such a learning curve no matter what. You know, Connor Zilisch could run 5 years in an O'Reilly car, and his first year in Cup still gonna suck, you know? So it's like, what's the point of wasting time? We might as well just throw him into the deep end, and he's gonna figure it out one way or another, you know? So I get it. That's like, well, throw him in while he's young. He's gonna figure it out.
1 outside.
And then, you know, I guess it's not going to make a difference at the end of the day. I don't know. That seems to be the thinking. Which I get it. I get it. Oh, F1. Yeah, F1's going hardcore in a younger era right now. I mean, it's going to be, you know, once Lewis Hamilton's gone and Hulkenberg's gone, I mean, Alonso's gone, like those three, like Max Verstappen is probably only like a few years away from being like the elder statesman of F1, and he's like 28. He'll be like 30. He'll be like 30 or 31, and he's gonna be the old guy.
Clear.
But F1's always more young than NASCAR. But yeah, they're going hardcore right now in that kind of direction.
Car high.
Gaming Freak with the 14 months. Time does fly. Thank you so much, Gaming Freak, my man. How are you? I'm doing well. Hope you're doing well as well. Nice to see you. Hamilton just said he's driving for 5 more years. But what if he's mid? Who's going to let him drive for 5 more years? He can say he wants to drive that long, but who's going to let him? Because at the end of the day, what if he ends up, you know, struggling a lot? What team's going to take him at that point?
On the bottom.
I do not think you'll see Lewis Hamilton staying that much longer. I think another 2
Clear low if you
years
want it.
for sure, but I think
Inside now.
it'll stop there. Another 2 or 3. That's just my opinion. I gladly would be wrong because I like Lewis Hamilton. I want to see him still thrive. I would love to see him win another championship. I'm tight as molasses. And the 20 over here tries to finish me off and put me in the wall. As well, you know, F1 and NASCAR are both having this problem, right? You're fast tracking some of these guys into your top series, but the problem is going to be very soon you're going to have a whole lot more talent already coming, and there's going to be no rides available because you've already fast tracked all these other guys into the top series. So where's this other talent going to go, you know?
Stay high. You're all clear. One bottom.
I would love to see Alonso at least get one more podium. Absolutely. It probably won't ever happen, unfortunately, but that Aston Martin is so bad. Not as bad as like a Cadillac, of course, but and I have not bought into the Colton Herta hype one bit. I didn't buy into it before he went there. I'm not buying into it after what we've seen so far this year from him. I don't put Colton Herta in a Formula One car at Cadillac unless he's winning races in Formula 2. I don't care. I heard they hyped up his simulator. I don't care what he did on a simulator. I want to see him winning races in Formula 2 before I even consider moving him into the F1 car. I've always if there's any Colton Herta fans here, I apologize, but I've always considered him to be very overhyped from IndyCar. That's just my opinion. I don't think he's a bad driver by any means. I think he's a totally fine driver, but I think he's overhyped by a large amount. AJ brings up a good point. Overrated but American. They want an American in that car. They could have gotten better Americans, though. I think there's better American options. I didn't even realize Cindric's leading. Great point.
One on the bottom.
Hugo, yeah. What's his last name again? I've heard of that kid.
Clear bottom.
I've heard his name a few times as of late. He's been having some success. Oh my God, hold on. Did you just type his last name? I think you typing his last name translated to what? There it is. Hugo Chukwu. I kid you not, AJ, that just translated in my chat to Eagle Eagle. This translation feature has some problems. But yeah, I've heard some good things about that kid as well. So you'd wonder if Cadillac has their eye on him. You know, McLaren dropped him. Really? I didn't even know he was part of the McLaren stuff.
Still in there?
What do you think about Hadjar? I'm not huge on him. I think he's going to have a similar fate to everybody in the second Red Bull seat. I don't think he's bad, but you know, I don't think anyone that's been teammates with Max Verstappen's been a bad driver. When's Connor Zilisch gonna drive an F1? How about that crash that Connor had at the Coke 600? What a massive impact that was with the 2 of Cindric. That was a shame because Connor was actually looking all right in that race. He was slowly getting towards the top 20. I honestly felt like Connor was going to have a good little race there, and then unfortunately got caught up in that mess there. not really much you could do. The 2 car was wrecking and coming down the racetrack, and Connor's coming at speed, trying to avoid it. It would have been nice to see how he would have gotten on though throughout that race.
Clear high.
He has had a terrible season. I just hope that they continue to, you know, give him time and let him develop, which I'm sure Trackhouse is going to do. I think that was the entire idea of moving him up to Cup already, is just to give him time to develop, you know. Isaac Hadjar is retiring after this year. I got a feeling that's not true. Something tells me that is not accurate. Gucci. Oh my God, the Gucci Alpine thing. That's crazy. I've seen a lot of people making fun of it. I don't have a single issue with it. Anytime a very famous and prominent multi-billion-dollar brand is wanting to be part of a motorsport, I don't see how that's a bad thing. That is never a bad thing. So, as cringe as it is, as cringe as Gucci might be, you know, I just looked at it and cringed. But like overall, like I don't see an issue with it. I think it's good for motorsports when big brands want to be part of it. That's for sure.
Stay low.
We're gonna have to get a mod for that in the season 2 of F1 26 career mode, so we can like replicate that. Just finished New Hampshire. What were your thoughts on that race without spoiling it, PH? What were your thoughts on that one? I'm putting that video out tomorrow. NASCAR 25 career mode at New Hampshire and Kansas.
Still there.
We may have had some rough luck on our side in one of the races.
Clear high.
Clear of the 23 finally. Thomas Santella. My man just super chatted $4.99. Thank you so much for the 5, Thomas.
Thomas Santella,
Very generous of you.
donated $4.99.
One bottom.
Super chat. What up, Gal?
I'm doing good.
How are you doing your
I'm
best
doing
in this
very
race?
well. I hope you're doing well as well. I'm doing my best. I'm trying to. I'm trying to get into the top 10 now, but that 23 is coming back at me. But we're doing good. We're having a good night here. Having fun running in Nashville as Chase Elliott is now out in front in the Napa Auto Parts Chevrolet. Thank you so much for your generosity, Thomas. Very kind of you. You're going to watch it after this W? Yeah, if you are a member, it's already out. Tomorrow we'll be dropping that at 6 p.m. We're going to have back-to-back days, I think, of NASCAR 25. I think I'll do a NASCAR 25 episode on Saturday as well. And then Sunday, I'm hoping to do 2 videos that day. One is going to be Beam and G. The other, I'm hoping to do some supercars maybe. And then on Monday, we'll have more NASCAR Heat 5 with the NASCAR My Career. Next week's a big week, not necessarily for this channel here, but for the F1 channel. Next week's a pretty big week because of the DLC coming out on Wednesday. I did get confirmation earlier today because we are not allowed to post any content of that DLC until the day it comes out at 11. I can post at 11 a.m. on June 3rd. They were trying to get us an earlier date, but unfortunately they, for whatever reason, weren't able to. So June 3rd at 11 a.m. is when we are allowed to start posting content of the F126 stuff. Any hints on the next NASCAR 25 career episode? Look at my hand. That's your hint. That's your hint. I like where we're at right now. The race is actually difficult. You know, I'm actually having a race instead of blowing everybody away. I like this. I'm actually having to grind this thing out and make sure I'm hitting my corners, hitting my apexes. Dale won Daytona, Hamlin winning Rockingham, huh? The hell about that? Is that the 2015 season you're doing then? I'm still not allowed to, actually, no, I am allowed to talk about the DLC now, ain't I? I am allowed to talk about it. Sorry, I completely forgot, I am allowed. I can't show anything, but I'm allowed to talk about it now. Because that lifted on Friday, so if anyone has any questions about the F126 DLC, feel free to ask, because I am allowed to actually say now. I won't be able to answer everything, because there's just some stuff I'm not fully sure about. But if you do have a question, I can absolutely try to answer it as we try to continue to work our way forward. Favorite endurance racing game? Le Mans Ultimate, not even close. LMU all the way. Hello, Beefo. Nice to see Beefo here. How are you? Full F2 grid. As far as I'm aware, the full F2 grid comes out later. So not yet. It's, I guess, going to be an update. That's what I heard. Is it good? Yes. I was actually impressed. I do not like giving EA credit, but I give them credit. It was good. I had a good time playing. We, I think tomorrow we're supposed to get the full release of it. Is Isaac Hadjar in it? Yes, he is. Do you have a light in your room, or do you just turn it off and use a key light? I have a light, but I turn it off and use a key light. Yes. Oh wait, I have this light over here. I forgot about that. There you go. There's that one too. Look at that. I forgot all about that. Are the DLC graphics better? No. Looks all the same. Is the handling model different? Not very, very slightly, maybe. Like, it's not major, that's for sure. The one example I gave is in F125 base game. If I'm going for a spin, the car kind of tries to straighten itself out, and it's really weird. And you can almost do it, where like on this DLC, I couldn't replicate that. Like if I was going for a spin, it was going around on me. That was like one of the only things I felt. It felt maybe a slightly more refined and polished, but that was really it. Like it almost felt a little smoother, I guess is what I'm trying to say. But that would be it. Would you drive for Cadillac? Yes. That's what I'm going to be doing, is Cadillac in the career mode. Starting with them anyways. Thoughts on the Mad Ring? So we actually, and I saw the question about Imola as well. Commander, I'll knock these two out. Imola I'm not sure about because I didn't even try to race at Imola, so I'm not sure. And the Mad Ring, we actually on the preview build did not have the Mad Ring. There was no Mad Ring in the preview build. We get that on the full review copy that we'll be getting, so I have no experience there yet. Hello Colton, how are you? I imagine a bunch of YouTubers will probably post about the Mad Ring as soon as the embargo lifts, because that's like, you know, all the content. I'm not going to bother because they'll all beat you to it. Yeah, as AJ says, all the F1 roster drivers are there. Yes. Will the DLC be covered in EA Play? I'm not sure. I'm not sure on that one. I would have thought they would have said something on that in the press release. I'm not sure if they did or not. Thoughts on the new Lift and Coast feature? Good. It was actually fun. It was fun. It was, I mean, once you get used to it, because, like, obviously it sucks. Like, imagine racing at Nashville and I have to lift right here to save a battery. That's kind of sucks. It kind of sucks, right? No one wants to do that. Nobody wants to do that. I'm going down the back straightaway right here, and I gotta lift right now to save a battery. Like, no one really wants to do that. But in this DLC,
Outside now.
in F126, you got to utilize it to make sure you got enough battery storage, so when you are in position to hit that boost button, you just rock it by the AI. But
Stay low.
as much as I'm not a fan of doing that, I ended up actually becoming a fan of the tactical part of it.
Stay low.
It's like you just got to race differently. You, instead of, I don't even know how to explain it. You'll understand it when you're playing it, but basically you just
Still there.
have to start racing in a very tactical
Clear.
way with this DLC, because you got that battery to manage, and lifting and coasting recharges that battery significantly more. And then when you're using that battery to pass somebody, you also need to be aware that the AI are doing the same thing that you're doing. So if you pass a guy on one straightaway, he might get you back on the next straightaway because he's got his battery charged up. He's going to hit that overtake or the boost button, and he's going to rocket by you as well.
Clear low.
It looks just like real life, where they just rocket right past you, or vice versa. You do the same to them. So you need to be really tactical now on, okay, when am I going to make the pass, to make sure that I make it in a convenient spot to where the guy behind me is not going to get me back right away, and I have enough time to save my battery to then use it as a defense option instead of an overtake option. It's actually really fun. I had a lot of fun actually having to learn how to be tactical with it. It's just a new way of racing. And
Clear
I,
outside.
as much as I hate lifting and coasting, it was really fun to utilize and actually figure out when, you know, the best time to do this and the best time to do that is. It's really cool. Oh yeah, the mods in the F1 Manager though, they're probably not gonna get it great. I struggle so much with the battery in F1 Manager without the mods, even on just like the base game. What's happened throughout the race? We're getting a nice green flag run right now. We've got just under 70 to go. We have had a lot of cautions at points, but now we've had a little bit of mix-up in strategy here and there. But I would say this is kind of where everyone's running right now. Like Austin Dillon is just kind of in 12th on speed. Zane Smith, he's in 9th on speed. He's got the speed to be here. There's been a little bit of chaos. There's been a lot of mix-ups because of timing of cautions and differing strategies. But everyone's kind of shuffled out to where they are, and they kind of like, this is kind of where they, I guess, kind of belong right now. I'm going to try and pass this 38 right here around the top.
Clear low.
As I do that, there's a 66 directly in my path. All right. He's in 20th. That tells me that we've got quite a few cars still trapped a lap down. That's important to note. There is a bunch of cars that are lapped down right now. There was a very poorly timed yellow earlier that trapped a bunch of lap down. We were fortunate. We did not get trapped. How do you feel about the 8-car retire for the rest of the season? I feel good about it. I think that was the right move. Yeah, there's no world the 8 should keep running for the rest of the year, in my opinion. So I was glad that they retired it.
Inside door.
Wrecking! Caution is out. Is that the 19? Yes, it is. Chase Briscoe.
Pit road is open.
Oh, that puts us in a tight fuel window, doesn't it? I forget how many laps you can go, but I feel like that's pretty close.
You okay with this?
All right. Oh, no, we can make it from here. Oh, no, we can go over 70 laps. Okay. I'm going to go 20 on the rears. I think that's the last change we're going to make. All right.
All right, be up on the wall and be ready.
This could be the last pit stop right here. Let's get a drink, get some water, and then we'll dive into what could be the last pit stop. And we just gained 3 spots for some reason. Not sure why, but we'll take it. $18 yellows. This might be a record. I don't know if we've had this many cautions before in a race this season. I could be wrong, but I feel like that's a record. And we're probably going to see 2 or 3 more. W pit crew. I think that some guys might have just went backwards there. I think maybe repairs for the 19 for sure. All right. Let's get ready to roll here. Wait, what's that say there? Not sure why, but I think YouTube unsubbed me from you. What the heck? Your name always reminded me of Lyle the Collector Owens from NASCAR Racers. Lyle the Collector. The Collector going. I'm a collector. Look at all these die casts back here. You can see them, right? Yeah, you can see some of them. The NASCAR ones, at least, over there. You probably can't make out what they are. I'm going to get a better camera at some point once I can afford it and like the quality be way better, and you'll probably be able to make out what cars are back there instead of them like looking like a blur. We got Jeff Gordon. We got Kyle Larson. We got Denny Hamlin. Daniel Suarez. Shane Van Gisbergen and Connor Zilisch all back in there. All my favorite drivers. That's the special display case for my favorite drivers only. And then there's another display case over there with like just any driver. But that display gets my favorite drivers are only in that one. But then the other side's the F1 part, and I just put anybody in there for F1. But we got 104 scheme to show tonight. As soon as we're done. Yes, Tel Contar shot me a scheme just before I went live. Let's go. Yeah, we haven't really done much watch-alongs, Ryan. I've been having so much like videos to like make sure I'm on top of that. Just it's gotten completely in the way of doing like watch-alongs. Like we're still gonna do watch-alongs if the time permits. Absolutely. Like this Saturday, it's gonna be not a chance because of all the F1 channel stuff that I got to take care of leading into next week's DLC, but. What do we have on the NASCAR schedule coming up? Like, what's some of the races coming up look like for O'Reilly? Oh, Heim, of course. Heim has deserved a ride at 2311 for 2 years by this point. Man, what a restart. Great restart here. Larson's not up here. I just noticed that the 5. I think the 5 is one of the guys that went back. Heim deserves to be in a Hendrick car. I mean, he deserves to be in a top car. That's for sure. He should be on a top team. I think Corey Heim is going to be a very successful driver. Just think about the current, like, young class of drivers that we have coming up right now, right? You got Corey Heim. You got Connor Zilisch, who once he figures that out, is probably going to be the best driver of the generation by a long shot. But Hocevar is going to be very successful. Like, there's 3 of them right there that are going to be very successful. Ty Gibbs, unfortunately, is going to be very successful, I think. There's a lot of young drivers right now that are going to be carrying motorsports for a long time here. And as AJ says, for F1 and NASCAR both, absolutely. Pocono, Michigan, San Diego, Sonoma. It's only a matter of time until Zilisch wins the road course. I don't know. I just think it's going to be so hard for him to beat SVG on these road courses unless you get them in a late shootout. You know, if it's a long run, SVG is just simply better than everybody. But if you give them a 10-lap shootout, a 5-lap shootout, you can definitely beat him if you're Zilisch, but who knows, maybe Connor will kind of figure out the tire management like SVG has on the road courses, and then it's a different story at that point. A Coke 0400 watch-along, there won't be one of those. I don't do any watch-alongs for any Cup races, just because I'm always at my parents' place to watch it with my dad. I always say, you know, you never know how much time, how many more opportunities you have to like watch a race with your dad, so I make sure that I watch every race with him. So anytime we can watch a Cup race together, which is, you know, every week. So I'm going to make sure I take full advantage of that for as long as I can. Austin Dillon's up here in P6 now. Both RCR cars in the top 10, boys. How about it? Yeah, I think SVG and Connor are going to be very, very difficult at the San Diego circuit. I think the NASCAR guys at the San Diego circuit, like our NASCAR regulars. I mean, SVG is a regular now, but the before SVG NASCAR regulars are in for a whooping when you get to San Diego. That's SVG, unless he gets wrecked, is probably going to embarrass the sport.
One on the bottom. Clear low if you want it. Inside door. Clear low.
Yeah, I don't think Colapinto will get a podium, no. Winning Nashville, I'm going to go with a Toyota. I'm going, oh man, I'm going to go 54 Gibbs. I said you got to watch out for Hocevar as well. But now that I think about it, I'm going with the 54. I think Ty Gibbs will win. I want to see Larson get a win again, man. I hate to sound greedy or what's the word?
One on the bottom.
Greedy might be the right word, because, I mean, Kyle Larson's won like 70 races in the last 5 years and 2 championships. But I'm like, man, it's been over 36 races now. I'm like, come on. We gotta get back to victory lane here. We're wrecking. Denny Hamlin's wrecking into the outside wall. Caution's out.
Pit road is open.
But yeah, I want to see Larson win again. Larson fans are devastated. You know, I got one of my guys won the Coke 600. Let's go, Daniel. Now I need my other guy. I need Larson to figure it out, because I'm like, I mean, obviously, you know, if you're in a Chevy right now, you're at a disadvantage, but he can make it happen. He's been in position to fight up there for a few times, so eventually it's going to hit, you know? It's just when. It's not if, it's when. Eventually it will. Thoughts on the Busch situation? Just very unfortunate. Very unfortunate. Tough. A very difficult few days, you know. I've accepted, you know, it's really like weird, like I've accepted, you know, what happened, but I still don't believe it happened. Does that make sense? Byron, man, William Byron's really just been, he's only just been kind of there this year. Byron, I mean, has not done a whole lot. I think he'll be kind of like Larson. Once Chevrolet kind of figures it out, Larson, Byron, I think come chase time. You guys remember in 2011 when Tony Stewart won 5 races in the chase and went on to win the championship? I could totally see Larson or Byron doing exactly that this year. Chevrolet gets it figured out come chase time, and one of those guys just goes on a run and just starts hitting. And then they go on and take the championship.
Clear high.
I could totally buy into one of those guys doing that. Supercars, are they running the weekend of June 21st? I'm not sure. Supercars is so weird, Sean, because they only run, usually, there's a couple months where they'll run twice, but usually Supercars only runs one weekend a month. They do one event per month pretty well, and it's just like, it sucks. So I never even know when the races are going to be, because I don't bother. I'm like, oh, they're not running for a month. Why would I even bother to pay attention to it? But yeah, so I have no idea. I don't know. I just wait till the week of the race when they're saying, oh, hey, we're racing this week. And I'm like, oh, okay. We got some supercars to watch this week. Let's go. Love supercars. They just ran last weekend, so there's a good chance they'll be running that weekend then, because they ran last weekend, so that would kind of line up. I could see that happening, and they very well might be running that weekend. Chase Elliott's been in control of this race for a while now. We are coming up on 40 to go as we run in 6th place. The regular season guy who dominates rarely wins the championships. Well, the problem is they peak too early, right? Like, if you peak too early, you know, your last 10 races, you're going to kind of fade, you know? Like, that's why I don't think Tyler Reddick's going to win the championship. Usually the guy that wins the championship is the guy that gets hot in the last half of the year, not the first half. Now, you do get some moments where a driver's hot all year long. Kyle Larson 2021, you know, he started winning relatively early and kept that all the way up through the year, you know. That's the last time I can think of someone doing that, but suggestions for a cheap wheel on PlayStation. I always recommend anything Thrustmaster. Brown is out of the picture. Let's see some. Brown ain't out of the picture. You can't count out Will Brown. If that's who we're talking about. I keep forgetting that Supercars still has a playoff. And I'm like, dang, you know, a lot of these races right now don't really matter because the playoffs are going to be coming, and then everything resets, and all the crap that they did before, just there's no reward for it. Oh, they're at Darwin. Will Brown did run a couple of NASCAR races. He ran a Sonoma race, and then he ran a Chicago street race. He had horrible luck. Sonoma, something broke in the car at Sonoma, so he didn't get to do anything there. And then Chicago, remember when Hocevar hit the wall and caused that massive pileup? Unfortunately, Will Brown was right in the middle of that. So he had 2 races where he did not get to show anything that he was capable of, which I feel bad for him because he's quite a talented driver. He's not like a SVG, but he could probably crack out a top 10, you know. What's your least favorite type of racing other than drag racing? Probably bike racing, like MotoGP and stuff like that. Once again, as I always say, I got a ton of respect for it and for the riders and what they do, but it's just 2-wheel racing does not really entertain me for whatever reason. I don't find any entertainment out of it. Street Outlaws. I've heard of it, but I've not watched it.
One bottom.
3 wheels? How about 3 wheels? I didn't know. Is 3-wheel racing a thing? Are we racing like tricycles? Man, we are kind of falling off here.
Car still there. Clear low.
Oh, I'm tight. Tight. F1 or IndyCar? F1. I've grown up more to like F1, but still, IndyCar is still fantastic. I still love watching IndyCar, but if I had to choose, I would choose Formula One, just because that's what I grew up liking versus the other. Thomas with a $10 drop. What a lad. Thank you so much, Thomas. My thought of what happened to the Fords. Well, thank you for the 10, first of all. Again, very kind of you. My thought of what happened to the Fords. I think they've just gotten behind. I mean, they've just gotten behind what the other manufacturers have done with their designs of their cars, and you do have to question on top of that their support, you know. I mean, look, they don't seem to care at all about O'Reilly. So that tells me that their focus and support in NASCAR is not as high as it used to be. I mean, they're over there running a program with Red Bull and F1 now, which I'm sure they care a lot more about that than what's happening in NASCAR, given the popularity of F1. I just think that they have, and I could be completely wrong, I probably am, but I don't know, it just seems like to me they're focusing less on NASCAR, and something that comes along with that is you fall behind other manufacturers, and to me, that's what it feels like has happened there. I know a lot of people give Toyota crap for no reason at all, because it's they like to call it like a foreign manufacturer in NASCAR. They don't like that. But if you're going to give a manufacturer crap, if you're going to hate on a manufacturer in NASCAR, it should be Ford, because I don't think they are. I think they are not giving the fans, the support that manufacturer deserves within NASCAR. It just doesn't seem like they really put that focus in. That's the manufacturer we should be hating on. Like, hey, you're going to be a part of our sport. You better be putting in the effort and prove that you want to be here. Meanwhile, like, Toyota dumps everything into the sport. Toyota has done more for NASCAR than any other manufacturer since I've been watching as a kid. And I've never understood why people hate Toyota, because I think they are fantastic for the sport. They have done so much innovation, and the side, I don't even know what the word I'm looking for, but all the extra stuff they do is just fantastic.
Still in there.
New to the stream, hello Justin.
Clear low.
How do you feel about?
Inside. Outside.
Oh my God. Oh my God. We all just saw that, right? I mean, what in the world? I mean, that was, you couldn't fit it. I don't think you could fit a piece of paper between myself and the 19 right there. That's insane. That is hilarious. Someone's got to send that to Clable. That is hilarious. I cannot believe that just happened. I completely forgot your question because that caught me so off guard. I'm so sorry. Let me scroll back in the chat. How do you feel about the game being slower on restarts and catching up as tires fall off? Good question. I think it's unacceptable, which maybe the NASCAR devs won't be happy that I said that, but it's absolutely unacceptable that they made a game where the AI just take off faster than the player. And on the straightaways, on the dang straightaways, man, they just blow you away. If you watch tomorrow's career mode episode, it was, what track was it? What track was it? New Hampshire. New Hampshire. The AI just blow me away on a straightaway, and I'm in a maximum upgraded car. I'm like, what are we doing? I know that's a problem that's been happening in other games too. It's even been a problem in F1 games, but it's just unacceptable. It's like super bad. It's annoying in F1 games, but it's super bad in NASCAR games. That's the difference. Where in F1 games, you can kind of manage it. Where in NASCAR games, you can't. In this game anyways. It's so stupid. There's so many flaws with this game. That's why I'm happy. The racing and the AI racing is so much fun. And that's what keeps me playing this game. Because, yeah, there's so many flaws that I'm hopeful they work out for NASCAR 26. Because, man, they got to do some work. They got to do some work. I should have pitted for 4 tires. I'm reading your comment, Cliff. I should have done that. I didn't even think about that. I should have taken 4 tires right there. That would have been a really good idea. Oh, my dad's texting me about that crash right there. That's got to be a clip. That'll be a YouTube short tomorrow right there. You'll see that on YouTube Shorts. All right. This could be the last restart. So let's get after it. I don't know if I've got anything for these guys. Feel like we're just a little bit off. So we're just going to hope for the best. I think if we're going to have any shot, we're going to have to rip the top. But if I burn up my right front, then we're going to screw ourselves here. Chase Elliott has been in control for quite some time. Can anybody get in front of him? Here we go. I've had a lot of fun this race because it's been challenging.
Car inside.
23 to go. Thomas just over here. Bro's just upping his number every time. $20. You're absolute mad lad, Thomas. Thank you so much.
Super chat. One last question for
Who will
everyone.
win the NASCAR war, Toyota or Chevy? Ah,
But yeah, what happened to the Ford has been in my head for
One bottom.
years.
I think Toyota. I think Toyota will win because they invest more money into NASCAR. At the end of the day, the manufacturer that invests more money is going to be the one that comes out on top.
Inside.
And Toyota, I feel like, I don't know, it just seems like to me Toyota puts more into the sport, therefore more
Clear
money.
outside.
So I would think
Outside
if
now.
there was a war between those two, I would think Toyota would come out on top of that.
Inside. Clear low if you want it.
It would be a dogfight, but I think they would win at the end. Thank you for the 20, my man. What a lad. Thank you so much. This car is actually hooked up right now. It actually feels really good.
One outside. Outside now.
And the talk we had about Ford is also why I'm so disappointed that Ryan Blaney signed an extension with Penske. Because I'm like, man, Ford is just on a bad trajectory in NASCAR right now. And I'm like, Blaney. Oh man, I feel like Blaney's just being robbed of a lot of success by staying at Penske in this current
20 to go now.
situation.
Clear outside.
You know, imagine a Blaney in a Hendrick car or a Toyota, a 2311 or Joe Gibbs. I know it'd be very difficult to make any of that happen, but imagine that. I mean, I think he would have a lot more success. So I was just really disappointed when I saw his news come up that he's staying with Penske just because, yeah, I mean, now Ford, give them time. You know, they'll probably come back around. I mean, who was saying it earlier? They have a new car coming next year with the body and stuff. So, like, you know, they're at least putting a little effort there, trying to still be competitive. So I wouldn't give up on them. But, you know, they're way behind right now. I think we all are well aware they're quite a ways behind. RFK, I mean, RFK's been kind of the standout as of late. Not even Penske, right? Like, RFK's kind of been the team for Ford. Penske's just been a bit off of what they've been doing. I mean, Blaney runs up there with the RFK guys, but I mean, it's been like that for
Clear outside.
how many years now, where it's just been kind of Ryan Blaney and then the other two, you know, like Blaney runs up front, wins races. Logano will sneak that one win a year, but outside of that, he'll run 10th, and then Cindric will run 20th, you know. It's like they got 3 different tiers of performance amongst their 3 cars. It's really weird. But then RFK for the most part, they all run right together. Hey, Thomas, my man, thank you so much for your generosity. Thank you for your questions, actually. Very fun topics to talk about. I hope you have a good night. Appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. Hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend coming up. I guess the rest of the weekend hasn't started, but you know what I mean. We've got some speed late in this race. We might have something. I mean, we're not going to go run down Chase Elliott. Chase Elliott's in a league of his own here tonight, but I'm talking we might be able to pass this 24, maybe go run down Logano.
Hold your line.
Next live stream's tomorrow. We'll be live tomorrow, I think 7 p.m.
Still there.
Eastern Time with Clable, doing Xbox and PC lobbies, so that's going to be a fun time.
Stay low. Stay low.
Your brain thinks it's Wednesday. I'm with Contour on that. I thought Cindric, like, you know, he kind of got nerfed on the road courses with next gen. It's like me on iRacing. I got nerfed on iRacing road courses by next gen. It's weird. There's something that doesn't translate into the next gen car.
Stay low.
I would like to see what SVG could have done in a Gen 6 car
Clear outside.
on a road course. Zillishheim, Love, and Cruz. Oh yeah, we didn't even talk about Brent Cruz. Brent Cruz is definitely going to be successful in the future. He is going to be a star. I agree. Yeah, Chase Elliott got nerfed. Kyle Larson's kind of, I mean, I'm looking at lateral, like, who's had road course success from Gen 6 and in the next gen? Honestly, you'd probably have to say Larson. Larson won, you know, in the last year of the Gen 6, he won a few road courses, and then next gen, he's also won a few road courses, so he's probably like the only one that's had a lateral, you know, from this car to the other success on road courses. Watkins, didn't he win the Roval as well? And didn't he win Sonoma? Didn't Larson, I think Larson won Sonoma, Watkins Glen, and Roval in 2021. We had so many road races that year. I think we had 8 in 2021, which I thought was fine because Gen 6 on road courses was absolutely awesome. So I loved it. I thought it was fantastic. I'm like, give me 20 road courses right now. I'll take it.
Clear low.
Could race for one NASCAR right now. Who would it be? Truck, O'Reilly, or Cup? What number and team? Put me in the Hendrick number 5. No, actually, put me in the 48 because I don't want to replace Larson. Put me in the 48. And the Cup Series for Hendrick Motorsports. I'm going to go win 27 races a year in the Ally Financial 48 car. I'll be the best driver they've ever seen. I mean, look at me on NASCAR 25. I mean, I'm just absolutely goated. We're taking an RCR car into the top 5. Looks like Chase Elliott, I don't want to jinx him. I do not want to jinx him, but Chase Elliott has not won this season in the 100% season that we're doing. He has dominated, absolutely dominated the final half of this race. I don't want to jinx him, but it's looking pretty good with 8 laps to go, and it would really be a shame if he crashed into the wall and got a lot of damage on that 9 car and then didn't win the race. I'd be really disappointed if that happened to Chase Elliott. Bowman's future is definitely in danger for 2 drivers, Zilish and Day. I think both of them are...
Caution's out. Pit road is open.
I think that was the 9. I think that was... There's smoke coming out of someone. I'm pretty confident that was from the 9 car. Because the 9 car is just this. He's backing up everybody. I'm pretty sure that was the 9. Oh my god. No, we're not going to pit now because we're only going to have like 2 laps left. So we'd be too far back. We'd be like 25th, 24th. I wouldn't be able to go that far. So I'm going to stay out. I'm sorry. He's fine though. He didn't hit anything. He didn't hit anything. So he's going to go win the race still. Yeah, look, he's staying out too. That I'm 90% sure that was the 9 car. But he didn't hit anything. So I'm going to get one more drink of water and we're going to go. Did Logano have that damage before or not? I don't know. He didn't hit any. I mean, I didn't see anybody hit anything, so I don't know. That's weird. All right, can we steal the win? Here's what I'm thinking. If I can jump to the top, that's the only way I'm going to win this race. I'm not going to do it on the bottom. If I can jump to the top, I'm going to rip around the top here. There's no chance I'm going to get a run on the bottom. Thoughts on NASCAR at Sebring? That would be very bumpy,
10 away.
but I think that'd be a fun race. A lot of chaos
Outside
potential. I think it's going to be 3 to go. It is 3 to go. Okay, let's get up on the wheel, baby. Come on. I would love to win. I would love to steal the win away from the 9. I don't think it's going to happen. I don't have the car to make it happen. Chase Elliott's already clear. I would say it's over. He got clear. He's probably going to check out.
Outside.
On tight. Tight, 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 tight. Yeah, he's got it. That 9's got it. 2 to go here in Nashville.
2 to go.
Unless he runs the top. If he runs the top for whatever reason, which he's not going to. I got to clear that 23. Oh, but Bubba. Oh, we got the run.
Still in there.
Come on.
Clear up top.
Come on.
1 on the bottom. Clear low.
I'm just too tight. I got to lift. I'm too tight. Yeah.
Inside.
I tried too hard to make that happen. I look like an absolute dingus now coming to the white flag. I just tried way too hard to make that top
Clear inside.
roll.
1 on the bottom.
I am plowing. Oh, we're going to lose some more now. Dang it.
Car still there. Clear low.
I'm just going to get back down. Oh, yeah, I just had nothing. Look at it
Inside.
plowing now. Chase Elliott's going to do it, boys. Hamlin's going to get us at the line. Chase Elliott wins in Nashville.
Top 10.
GG's to Chase Elliott. He earned that one. Man, I tried to rip the top. I cleared the 23, and then as soon as I jumped up, it was just a dump truck at that point. So Chase Elliott gets his first win. We nearly jinxed him. John Hunter in P7. What in the world? Zane Smith, P11, a great race for him. What's my dad texting me here? He's making fun of me. He's making fun of me here. Chad Fincham, oh, there's only 23 cars on the lead lap at the end of that. I thought we had more cars on the lead lap by the end, but no, we did not. Interesting. Larson ended up 19th. Did Larson crash at some point? I feel like the 5 crashed because he was definitely down on speed. 19 was down on speed. SVG in 33rd. Justin Allgaier last. Check the Briscoe replay. We ain't going to be able to do that because the replay is so broken. Because I'm go from here to... Yeah, see? Replay mode is completely broken. Oh, I had damage on the left front right there. Just a little bit. Little wee bit of damage on the left front. Interesting. Wait, I didn't even notice. Was Bowman 39th? Oh my god, he was. Oh man, that's a terrible point day for the 48. That's going to be 1 point day. 1 point day for Alex Bowman in Nashville. Terrible. Hocevar only in 32nd. A lot of surprise results here. That's the one thing I like about doing these like 100%ers is like we get some more. There's just more time for things to happen, you know? Like this game really thrives on the longer races that you do. That's something I've noticed as we've done this like 100% season. Is the longer the races, the better. Bowman's next week. Next week, I'm putting Corey Day in that 48. Yeah, it's happening. Corey Day is going to drive that 48 next week. This is the best YouTube community. I agree. You guys are awesome, as always. Very supportive. Actually, I don't know why. I have no idea why. But this is like the, by far, the like top 100% race stream that we've had, like almost all season. Outside of like Daytona and like the first couple of races. So I appreciate you guys showing up and supporting. Oh yeah, I got to show you guys the car. Yes. How you doing, Joni? Joni Appleweed. How are you? Nice to see you. It's the rebuilt Discord. That's all it was, the Discord. You guys want to see this car? I can show you guys this car. Yeah, if you want to join the Discord, as Matthew drops the command right there. See that link? You can join up if you want. Join our server. It's completely overhauled. It's if you were in the Discord 1 month ago, and you come back now or anything longer than a week ago, it's going to be a completely different server than what you last experienced, but in a great way. Okay, Telcontar made another car, and I'm going to show you guys. It's number 30. If you watched the last NASCAR My Career episode, we announced that Dave Blaney will drive the number 30 next season in place of Jeff Green, who's going on somewhere else. So I'm going to show you guys the number 30 Dave Blaney machine here. Hold on. Let me get to showing Discord. Take a look at this. Look at that. I have no clue what AOL broadband is. I have no clue what that is. Is that broadband? Is that internet? I don't even know. Can't be internet. It's got a dude. I don't know what this is. But that is Dave Blaney's number 30 AOL broadband Chevrolet for Richard Childress Racing next season in 2004. I like this. I like this car. That is a nice looking ride right there. I like the yellow like thingies here. And then you got the black thingies here. And then you got the white thingies here. But that's a good looking race car right there. I like the dude, and then it separates the black and the yellow. But yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Also, for that career mode, one thing that we're working on in terms of the storyline is hi Cashinero, by the way. It is an internet provider. I see. Internet from that era. Okay. Does it still exist? But if you've been watching the career mode, you would notice that Jamie McMurray has been starting to give me a run for my money in the Rookie of the Year battle. So, one thing we kind of want to do, Telcontar is fully in on it, is Jamie McMurray having a way better career trajectory than he had in real life. So, instead of going to Roush, he's going to go elsewhere. I won't say where, but he's going to have a lot better, hopefully, career than what he had IRL. That's at least the goal. It still exists. AOL. Is there an email provider? I see. You should just wreck Jamie McMurray every race. Just take him out. Clean the guy out. I'm down with it. I like Jamie McMurray. I can't do that. Actually, Jamie McMurray is someone... You remember when I said earlier, like, I got bad vibes out of a driver, so I just didn't really care for them for just no reason? Jamie McMurray was one of those guys where when I was younger, I just didn't like him for no reason. I was just like, I don't get a good vibe from you, so therefore I don't care for you. But then as I got older, I was like, this guy's kind of cool. And now I like him. Yeah, I got to be around McMurray. I haven't been around him very much. Either I'm in front of McMurray by like 10 spots or he's in front of me by like 10 spots. There's like, I think we have had one race where we were near him. I don't remember what track it was, but there was one race that we were racing around him. Matthew, my man, have a good night. Appreciate you being here. Hopefully we see you tomorrow. That driver's Gregson for you? That's fair. Will the videos on this channel slow down when the 26th DLC comes out? Hopefully not. The goal is no. The goal is no. Hopefully I will be able, because I only have I've been making like 2 videos for the F1 channel in the last few days to put out per day, and I'm only gonna have to do that tomorrow and Saturday, and then I don't have to do anything extra beyond that point for the F1 channel. So next week will be a big week for the F1 channel, but everything should be normal in terms of rollout on both channels with content. So there should not be any lack of content. I think we'll be all right. The Pepsi 400 is going to be your most anticipated retro race in the retro series. That's fair. That is fair. So I need to understand the lore of this race. So did Coca-Cola, by chance, because we're gonna have that cool Jeff Gordon car, did Coca-Cola run like C2 cars in that race? Were they like trying to challenge like the Pepsi thing, like the sponsorship of that race? Was that what they were trying to do? Okay, I see. Because I felt like I had heard about that race before, and like that was a thing. So we're gonna have to make sure that that is very well represented in the career mode, where we have all those Coca-Cola C2 cars running, and then you got Jeff Gordon in the Pepsi car trying to hold them off. Oh man, that's gonna have some aura. That's gonna be cool. And I will be doing everything I can to help Jeff Gordon win. Yeah, I guess Coke won at the end because they sponsor the race now. When did it change to Coca-Cola? When did Coca-Cola take over? Oh, I am in a C2 car. Oh, I can't push the 24. I didn't even think about that. I can't push him. I can't push Jeff Gordon now. Oh, that sucks. Dang, I'm going to have to be part of playing spoiler. Man, wouldn't that be cool? Wouldn't that be cool, though, if that was our first career win in, like, that kind of race? That'd be kind of epic. At the same time, though, I would never want my first career win to be on a super speedway. I would never want that. But in that scenario, that'd be kind of cool. I would allow it there. But I wouldn't get your hopes up for season 2 and me winning, because season 2 is going to look a lot like season 1, because Red Bull, it's going to be like their first year coming up in NASCAR. So obviously they're not going to be winning races. So season 3 is kind of like, we're hoping that Red Bull can take like a leap into season 3 and be competitive at that point. And like, you know, season 2 is going to be very similar to the running of season 1. Other than hopefully I clean things up a bit and stop wrecking people. But we'll be good at the super speedways. We'll be all right at the road courses. Everywhere else, it's just kind of a 50-50. You don't really know. So you'll see a lot of that same idea in season 2. That's for sure. And then season 3 is, like I said, hopefully where the leap comes for Red Bull, and we'll be, you know, trying to, you know, get a win or two here and there. And then like season 4, by then, you know, championship, you know, is something that you can at least aim for. Maybe not necessarily be right in the hunt, but at least aim for it. Stuff like that. I will look up that. I'm sure I've probably seen that Dale Jr. pass. But I'll have to take a look. Drive for someone like Robbie Gordon. You want to put Robbie Gordon in the 83? Don't put Robbie Gordon in there. Put me in there. Way better option. Shout out to Robbie Gordon, though. Robbie Gordon's cool. All right, boys. Oh wow, we got a big moon outside tonight. I got an absolutely fantastic view of it. That is going to do it for me. Any sim rig upgrades coming? No. I got no money to do that. I got nothing. I cannot afford any. I can't afford any upgrades at all right now. So negative. Maybe like this time next year, we'll revisit that. We'll see. But if I could make an upgrade, the upgrade would be a round rim. So instead of just the F1 wheel, I would definitely get a round rim for when we're doing NASCAR. I would definitely do that. That would be the next upgrade when I can afford it. Would NASCAR My Career go till 2026? It's going to go until it dies, which means it could go for a year. It could go for 5 years. Preferably, it goes until I stop doing YouTube. But if like no one's watching it, then it'll stop, you know? So it's just kind of down to if people are watching it, it'll keep going. But obviously, I'm not going to do YouTube NASCAR gaming forever. It'll stop at some point. So, and when that stops, of course, that series will stop right along with it if it's still going by that point. So, can't tell you. I can't tell you because I genuinely don't know. until Gary's 40. Oh man, imagine if I was still doing YouTube at 40. I don't think that'll happen, but never say never. I'm already like, I'm 25 now, and I'm already like, yeah, by the time I'm 30, I don't think I'm going to keep doing this YouTube thing. At least in like a gaming capacity. I would still like to do YouTube, but the goal would be to like transition from like YouTube gaming to like IRL NASCAR stuff, you know, stuff like that. But we'll see. I got a while till I am 30 years old. We got another 5 years. But 5 years flies by fast. That's when you're one last bit. I should wrap up stream, but when you're growing up, when you're like a teenager, and people older than you are like, dude, time flies by so fast, you don't know it, and you're like, no, don't. That was me. I was like, no, don't. You're crazy. And now here I am at 25. I'm like, oh my god, where did the time go? It flies by fast, dude. Once you get into your 20s, you're like, oh my god. It's like a brand new reality check. You got a KFB related question. Do we make Kyle Busch win a Busch Series title for the lore? I mean, we'll probably keep the O'Reilly champions the same, I'd imagine. For the lore. All the way around. So, yes. I'm not guaranteeing that, but. Anyways, that is going to do it for me, boys. Tomorrow we are going to be back around the same time. We should be live at 7 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow. We are going to be doing NASCAR 25 lobbies. We haven't done them in a couple weeks because last week we, of course, took Friday off to do the 100% triple stream on Saturday. So tomorrow, we're going to do Xbox lobbies for about 2 hours. And then we're going to switch over and we're going to do PC lobbies for about another hour. And then that will be the stream. So I'm looking forward to that. Oh my God. No, it is not, Cooper. No. We're going to honor Kyle Busch's legacy. We're going to honor his legacy and finish his career off in the right way for NASCAR 25. So season 3, we're just going to have that be like a retirement season for Kyle Busch, and we just kind of celebrate his legacy and career. I might do a few moments throughout the season where we have like a few memories of Kyle Busch and honoring his career and something like that. But we're gonna honor Kyle Busch the right way in the NASCAR 25 career because there's no guarantee he'll be in NASCAR 26. So I want to make sure if this is gonna be the last chance we have to race with him in career mode, that we properly honor his legacy. You know, I would like to do that anyways. So that's the idea. Harvick fan and Joshua, you have a good night. Take care. Do we make Kyle win 04 Busch? Oh, yeah, definitely. That one will happen. Yes. Oh, I guess he didn't win it that year? Oh, okay. I figured he won it that year, but based off how you were talking. So, that one I don't know. Like Tel Contor said, like some of it's not going to be fully like it was in real life. A lot of it will be, but we'll see. We'll see. Oh, yeah, it was Truex. Okay, I see. You asked me who won a Busch championship in the 2000s. I could not tell you anybody unless it was like 09 or 10. Like I think Busch won 09. I think Keselowski won 2010. 2011 was Stenhouse. 2012 was Stenhouse. 2013 was Austin Dillon. 2014 was Elliott. Same for 15, right? 2016 was Buescher. 17. Now, hold on. We gotta finish this off here to see if I get it right. 17 was Byron. 18. 28. Who won 2018? I don't know. I couldn't tell you who won 2018. 2019. I have no idea. 16 was Sora. Who did I say for 16? Who did I say for 16? Buescher was 15. Buescher was 15. Okay. Reddick in 17. Oh, Reddick won back-to-back. Reddick won 17, 18. That's right. 17, 18. Suarez in 16. 15 was Buescher. Wait, did Byron not win a championship? Wait, what year did Byron win? Because Byron won a championship. So what? I thought Byron won in 2017. I thought Byron won in 17, and then 18 and 19. Yeah, so Reddick was 18 and 19. And then 2020 was someone that won. I couldn't. 2020, I don't know. 2021. 2021 was someone. Briscoe, one of them. 22 was Gibbs. I know Gibbs. Oh yeah, Cindric. Cindric won. Yeah. And then Gibbs won 22. 23 was. Hold on, give me a moment here. 23. You would think I would remember the more recent ones better, but I don't. 24 was obviously Allgaier. 25 was Love, but 23 was who won? Custer 23. Okay, there we go. Thank you. I forget a lot of the clearly the very end of the 2010s and the early 2020s for whatever reason. I just don't remember who won. To be fair, that was probably the least I was watching. O'Reilly or Trucks was in that very end of 2010s, and early 2020s was like the least I had watched of those series. And now I'm, of course, back to, watching everything. But now Trucks, dear God, no. I would be terrible at doing a truck one. I couldn't even tell you who won the truck. Oh, Heim. 2024, who won? Was it Ben Rhodes? Ben Rhodes. Matt Crafton won a few. And a few other guys won here and there. There you go. There's your trucks. All right. That's going to do it for me. I'm going to let you guys get out of here. I'm going to get out of here. I still got to go and edit some Formula 1 25 career mode to make sure that's out for tomorrow. And also NASCAR 25 career mode. NASCAR 25 goes up tomorrow. So Cooper Brown, my man, you have a good night. Mac and Cheese Boy, CV Photography, NASCAR Lover, AJ, Sean, of course, Tel Contar. Don't Say I Exist, my man. You have yourself a good night as well. Nice to see you as always. Appreciate you being here tonight. Retro Gamer, Harvick Fan, Joshua, all of you guys. Jake, appreciate you all being here. And we'll hopefully see you guys tomorrow evening, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. If not, I won't be live at all on the weekend. So if I don't see you tomorrow, have yourself a fantastic weekend. Enjoy the racing. Nashville, heard the weather might suck. That's fine. We'll deal with it. Let's have fun this weekend. Let's watch some more NASCAR. Let's continue to honor Kyle Busch's legacy. I can't wait to see that Ricky Stenhouse Jr. tribute scheme on the track. That's going to be awesome. But yeah, that does it for me. You guys take care. Thank you for watching. Thank you for just being an absolutely just incredible supportive community. I still feel like we have the best NASCAR community. We don't have the biggest one. We don't care. We have the best one. I am convinced of that. We have the best community here. So yeah, thank you guys. Thank you. Everybody have a good night or a good rest of your evening if it's 6 p.m. where you are. And I will see you guys hopefully tomorrow. Have a good night. Take care.